Alrighty, we are back with more Pathfinder. Hopefully with some less of my player character almost dying. As usual. No, it's gonna happen a lot, I feel. But hopefully we get to have some interesting stuff going on in the background. So I'm gonna flip this over to the other source, that way you can see and hear what's going on with the Discord, and we'll be going from there. And lol.
Hello.
Yeah, I am here, but I'm going to personally be eating, so I'm gonna be mute.
Fair enough.
Well, I'll give Mistiv 10 minutes, but if he's not here by then, I'm just gonna start.
Sounds like a fair deal.
Yup.
Hopefully he's getting food or something like that. Because Sundays are usually his free days. And I made sure to remind him last night. So in the meantime, what are you guys' expectations for this session? Anything?
Not to die.
I think that's the best we can do.
Yeah. Hello, Dark.
Sorry to keep you guys. Oh, wait, where's Mistiv?
Don't know. We're waiting on him.
Well, I guess on the plus side, it's kind of comforting to know it's not entirely me being waited on.
Boy, am I glad you guys can't hear me dying over here.
Spicy?
No, just joking.
Ah.
I remember I once saw a hypothetical evolution for wheezing, and it was called choking.
Eh. Well, it's technically coughing.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that's it. Kind of could be the logical place to go from there. I mean, coughing, wheezing, choking.
Anyway. I'll BRB.
Okay.
I don't know, Kyon. Have hands been thrown, DJ, in this Pathfinder session? Have we thrown hands at all?
A bit.
And we haven't fought zombies yet.
Well, we have thrown Well, we haven't thrown the skeletons, but we fought the skeletons.
I'm just was it session 1 or 2 of Maids where the mansion got attacked by zombies?
That was the first one.
Yeah.
And that was all John's fault. And by John's fault, I mean my fault.
Ari, roll me a random event. Okay. Kiki smirks.
Hey, Mistiv.
There you are.
You're alive.
Metaphorically.
But what about figuratively?
What about
That's it.
metaphysically?
That's yet to be determined.
Oh,
Everything okay, man?
Just watching video.
You're really quiet.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Technical difficulties. The curse continues.
Did not let me go live.
It's not. Oh, wait, what? It's not letting you go live? Well, at least we're gonna have a VOD for one person's stream from one for the session at least somewhere.
Okay, so input volume is at max. If there's something wrong, that's on your end.
Well, then I'm gonna turn you up just a little bit so people can actually hear you.
Yeah, like, are you using a different mic?
Excuse me?
It's the same one I used last week.
Yeah, I gotta turn you up on my end then. Sound check.
Hi.
Wow, my dude.
Are you singing in a different room compared to usual?
Nope. Same room, same mic, same headset.
Huh.
What about your Discord input settings? Sometimes those get fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's picking up my VR headset's microphone, I doubt it's that.
It sounds distant.
Yeah, it sounds really distant.
Yeah, you
No
kinda
offense,
sound
man.
far away.
No offense, man. It kind of sounds like you're talking into a tin can.
No, it's not quite that bad. He just sounds far away.
Yeah, he just sounds far away.
How about this one?
There we
Yeah,
go.
yes,
Yeah.
there you go. And I gotta turn you down. Holy crap, my ears.
It was literally the thing that I said was a problem. Discord input.
It went from default, which I thought my microphone was my default, to my microphone, and now everybody's ears are blasted. Enjoy.
Oh yes, it went from your it went from your microphone to your microphone.
Good morning, everyone who was not awake prior to that moment.
Not still though.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, Vietnam.
What's Vietnam? This is
Vietnam.
Golarian.
I heard a Galarian. We're not in British. We're not in Britain either.
Also, I'm looking at this map and I just realized
The world is called Golarian Dark.
Yeah. Also, I'm looking at this dock and I'm realizing like just how fucked up those docks are. Like, there's not a lot of places for the really big ships to dock. There's only like 2 or 3.
That's a good point. This
Who
displeases
built these
Cat.
things?
Isn't this also this is not the scale?
I mean, still, even with not to scale, you can see big ship, and compared to the layout.
Yeah, this big ship here, big ship there.
Yeah,
There's
but
also this is pretty big.
but like
This is big.
yeah, but like
We're not talking
get
about
in
freighters here.
Yeah, but they can't get in here or over here. Like, who built this thing? They should be fired.
Don't worry about it.
I'm gonna worry about it.
Anyway.
All right, I'm gonna go back to eating while DJ does his recap.
Excuse me. In the coming... No, it's still... That was a loud thing. I'm trying to find good... Trying to find good music. Is it? There we go, yes. Okay. So, last session, you guys managed to fend off the goblin raid that had occurred and interrupted the Swallowtail Festival. Sabro unfortunately went down at the last leg of the combat, and Marcy almost went down as well. Thankfully, Cobb and Tatsuya's quick thinking kept everyone alive. And now the party, which you guys have yet to title yourselves, and are now regaled as the heroes of Sandpoint, because this is not just the first time, but the second time that you have saved a town from near tragedy. And at the end of that, considering that your 7-week jaunt at the White Deer was up, the curator and owner of the Rusty Dragon Inn, the oldest inn in Sandpoint, offered all of you free room and board as well as food. Pardon? Oh God, heartburn. For the coming week as thanks for saving everyone.
Joke suggestion for the team name: the Fast and the Furriest.
Even though there's only one fluffy boy here.
That's why I
Stardust
said joke.
Stardust Mirage. I don't know why that was the first thing I thought of.
This
That
isn't a
sounds-
JoJo reference.
This
It
also
wasn't meant to be a
isn't.
JoJo reference.
This also isn't payload. That sounds like something you'd name a payload brigade.
Please tell me that's a praise. Please tell me that's a praise emote.
Okay. You want a joke suggestion? The knights who say knee.
No.
That's copywritten.
Hey, at
Yeah.
least the Fast and the Furriest is more of a spoof.
Yeet.
Oh, you saw the, you saw.
Yeah, I saw the thing. Anyway, it's morning, and if you guys,
The Windwalkers.
We'll think about it.
Honestly, anything better than the grape apes that we had last time will be better.
dear,
The great
don't
beefs.
That's a story for later. That's a story for later.
Grape apes!
That's a story for later.
The grape ape and the Doritos.
I mean, at least it's
God.
not the Yakuza either.
Thank you.
Uh,
Yeah,
Listen, again, we only have one furry boy.
only one fluffy boy, yes. Oh dear God. But anyway, it's morning. It's roughly anywhere between 6 and 7 o'clock in the morning. What are all of you doing?
Saburo is asleep. Or at least attempting to be asleep.
No,
I'm
you're
pretty
not.
sure that-
No, unless otherwise stated, you all have separate rooms.
Still
I don't
loud.
think that means a damn thing when Kebab snoring is shaking the entire damn inn.
I scared my cat with that one.
Mistiv, roll me a d20.
Oh God.
Critical snoring. Oh my god!
Oh dear God.
I didn't mean that on purpose!
Did he actually roll a 20?
Yes!
Yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Fucking Hilary.
Know that I'm psychic.
Anyway.
Hold on.
Anyway.
Oh God, now Belly is freaking out.
Because Ari tempted fate and she angered fate.
Oh God, hang
I
on.
was the one that said the snores were shaking the entire damn inn.
This is where all of y'all shared a brain cell.
You were waiting for this.
Me and my frickin' psychic visions.
Me
Anyway.
opening my mouth.
Anyway, with Kebab snoring rather loudly, it's not deafening, but it's just the rest of you ended up waking up a little bit earlier than you thought. Because, funny enough, he didn't start snoring until the sun came up.
Yes, the part where he's about to be awake anyway.
Yeah, basically.
Sunlight-induced sleep apnea.
But it's that Saburo. Okay, so Saburo, you wake up a little groggy, and it's just like, sun's up, eyes open. I might as well get up anyway.
Yeah, he's just like, I wonder if I cover it in his mouth if he'll stop.
So Saburo, what are you doing?
He's gonna make himself as presentable as a rogue can possibly be, and probably try and find something to munch on for grub.
I'm
I
adding
think
in a
it's-
turn
Might
tracker
as well.
just for the sake of it. Actually, no. Since Dark, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here
Okay.
for the moment. Ow, that was my eraser.
Why is it not letting me?
Mm.
There we go.
Wait, what the heck's the turn order up for?
Just so we can see whose
More,
RP turn it is.
yeah, more for passive.
So, no, sorry. What'd you say again?
I said that he's probably gonna get up, make himself as presentable as a rogue can be, and go and find food.
Okay. So you basically put your clothes back on. Now, are you gonna be wearing your armor at all, or just your casual clothing?
While he's hanging around the inn and all that, he's probably just gonna leave the armor off.
Okay. So making yourself a little presentable, you get some of the frizziness and you get some of the frizziness out of your coat.
He probably plucks out a stray feather.
Mhm.
He's not sure
From
where
his
that
head,
came
yes,
from.
because Amico made sure that you guys had good pillows.
Oh man, goose feather.
Still straw beds though.
Eh,
But what can you do?
a
but
bed's a bed
you-
at that point.
But you go downstairs and there's and you can smell the other cooking take place. The tavern just as lively as it was probably the night before closing. But you can smell all sorts of things: egg, fish, steamed vegetables, as well as some, oat and as well as wheat meal being made. Basically, breakfast is on the menu,
Man.
and you can actually see Amico. Actually, roll me a perception check.
One perception check. Let me double check my perception. Bonus 7. Let me get the advanced roller here. Gimme. And lay boop.
Respectable.
21.
Okay, so you actually notice two things.
Oh man, 2 things.
You notice that Amico is actually in the kitchen helping out with the cooking.
Oh man.
And it's the fact that she does the majority of the cooking herself. What was that?
Reaper, you're muttering to yourself.
No, I'm muttering to someone that's getting into a loud game.
Ah. Alright. As you were saying,
And then also you notice a rather out of place individual in the tavern, just enjoying a meal. and you can clearly tell she is an elf, and she has long blonde hair tied back. But she quickly finishes her meal and walks out. You make note of this.
Yep.
She didn't seem to be a malicious individual, just
Curious.
yes. You could tell that you could tell that she knows her way on the road.
Yeah.
Considering she was all decked out in studded leather, carrying a small pack, as well she had a bow and quiver roped over her shoulder.
Yeah, one of his ears probably folds down a little in like not quite confusion, but intrigue.
Inquisitiveness.
Yeah. Like his ear just kind of folds a little, and then he just kind of shrugs it off for the moment before trying to figure out what the hell he's gonna eat.
Bacon.
He probably
It's
ordered,
bacon.
he probably orders a fuck ton of meat and protein. So mostly the egg and bacon.
Well, there is so you get a nice hearty breakfast platter. You get some shredded hash, some nice cured bacon, a slice of lamb, and 2 eggs.
Oh man.
And what do you want to drink? Because you can have a breakfast beer if you want. People don't judge.
No. Trying to think. He's more refined than that. He's not gonna have alcohol this early in the morning. He probably gets whatever, like, fruit or whatever typical juices. Kind of savvy of the morning, I guess.
Okay, and
Something to just kind of round out the amount of protein.
Okay, you actually get
And before it's like elderberry.
close. It's blueberry juice.
Oh man.
Actually, blueberry and cranberry.
Oh man, there's a bog nearby.
Okay, well that's you, Marcy. It's morning. The acid that you sleep in go very well. What are you doing? Your eyes are open, sun's up.
Marcy probably is just finishing getting dressed. She's probably going to go get some breakfast.
Now note. Are you making sure to now note? This is another thing you gotta make note of. Are you also preparing your spells each day for the morning?
Yes.
So now, do you want to change up your prepared spells at all, or do you want to keep it as is?
It's currently.
You currently have Bless and Cure Light Wounds prepared, and your domain spell is Burning Hands. Do you wish to keep it like? Do you want to keep it like that?
Yeah, I think I'll keep it like that for now.
Okie doke. Actually on. Yep, that's right. Okay. Now, do you want to change your orisons at all, or leave those as well?
What are my orisons again?
0 level spells.
Let me double check on those.
The 5 that I put down for you is Detect Magic, Read Magic, Stabilize, Guidance, and Create Water.
Okay, just because I can't find exactly where the orisons part is on my sheet, and because those sound very good, I'm just going to keep those.
Okay, so basically your orisons are your 0 level spells. And
No, yeah, I get. Oh, there they are.
Yeah.
Uh,
And basically, you can prepare the amount
you know,
you have per day, but They don't, but unlike your first level spells, you can use them infinitely, as long as they're prepared. This is a bit of the bookkeeping that you guys are going to have to do occasionally for those that are spellcasters.
Remind me what guidance does again?
So, a nifty little thing that I included onto your sheets is a little drop-down hot link. So, guidance is a touch spell that imbues the subject with a touch of divine guidance, giving the creature a +1 competence bonus on a single attack roll, saving throw, or skill check. It must choose to use the bonus before making the roll to which it will apply it to. The duration is 1 minute or until discharged.
Alright.
So basically, if you're gonna make a skill check, just pat yourself on the shoulder. Guidance. So Tatsuya's going to be making an attack next turn. Slap him on the shoulder with guidance. Saburo, slap him on the shoulder with guidance. Guidance is a great spell.
I'll be right back.
It's a good utility spell. But now that we got that taken care of, your spell you pray to the goddess Sarenrae, get all your spells for the allotted day passed, for the allotted day prepared, and are you going to be wearing your armor or just your casual clothing for right now?
At this exact second, it's probably going to be my casual clothing. I'll probably change into my armor at some later point.
Okay, so
if we start, going out and about.
Yep. So do you go downstairs and do you leave your room?
Yes.
Okay, I'm not going to explain it all over again because you heard me say it with Saburo. Just all the wafts and smells of food and general morning rowdiness, because this is still a tavern, just wash over you. And what are you going to be getting to eat?
I'm guessing there's no French toast.
Nope.
Damn.
How do even Pampel do?
I don't even know what that is.
The French version of the French toast.
Ironic.
What exactly is it like?
It's French toast.
It's a joke.
What have I missed?
French
Nothing.
toast.
Apparently.
But you have basically the option of eggs, bacon, other assorted meats, as well as steamed vegetables and breakfast beer if you so wish, or fruit juice.
Probably some bacon and eggs with a tiny bit of fruit and some orange juice.
Okay, so you get some eggs, some slices of bacon, some strawberries from the produce stall at the marketplace, and you said orange juice.
Yeah.
Yep, and you get a nice mug of that. Tatsuya.
Just imagining me having my morning cup of orange juice. I'm just drinking it from just a giant ass beer stein.
Gross.
Well, it's what they got. It's not completely full, but it's what you got. Can't afford glassware because that's really expensive and fragile. Okay, so Tatsuya.
Basically preparing the spells.
Which you don't have to, because remember, you're a sorcerer.
Exactly.
You just wake up and it's like, I'm good to go.
Put on my robes and head downstairs to meet with the others.
Okay, what are you getting? I'm assuming I'm assuming all of you are kind of sitting at the same table or relatively close to each other.
Probably.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay. Give me one moment.
Hello.
Oh,
Sorry about that. I had to go get my food.
Okay.
Okay. I'll have a balanced meal and a nice breakfast.
What was that first part?
A balanced meal and a breakfast beer.
Okay, you get what you asked for, and you get a nice tankard, and you get a nice mug of ale. So, Cobb, what are you doing?
Fuck.
No, just it's about 6:30 now, but the cooking's been going on long enough just that all the smells are just wafting up into your room, and just one thing goes into your mind: hunger.
Shut up,
Food.
stomach. Get up, stretch, grab my armor, grab my armor, sling it over my shoulder, and stumble downstairs after a long night of getting drunk.
Feed.
Get myself some breakfast.
feed me, Seymour. I'm sorry. I saw the opportunity, so I had to take it.
It's fine, dude. We're here to have fun. But still, so, Cobb, what are you having for breakfast?
Whoever's in front of me, I'm just gonna take their plate. And I'm gonna leave a coin on the table, say, here you go. And I'm just gonna fucking throw the plate into my face, basically, and just swallow everything in one go.
Roll me a sleight of hand check.
There's no sleight of hand about this. I am outright just taking his food.
Then roll me a dexterity saving throw and a 1d3.
Oh man.
Roll me a d3.
I knew it.
Tatsuya,
Motherfucker.
roll me perception.
I was gonna say, if it were Saburo, I was gonna bite him.
Tatsuya?
On it.
Okay, so... Saburo started just coughing for some reason. You look over to your right, and you notice your plate's missing, but you don't see who took it. You just finished about half of your plate. You're like, what the fuck? Your beer is still there.
You mean Tatsuya?
Yeah, I said Tatsuya.
I thought you said Saburo for a second.
So
I did say
Saburo
Saburo
coughed.
because you started coughing for some reason,
Oh, okay.
and just your plate's gone. It's like, what the fuck? So you just quickly order a smaller portion just to make up for what you lost, but you don't know where the frick your plate went.
I'll be back.
Did Cobb become ninja?
Got fucking lucky.
Note, next time it'll have to be I gotta make it a dex check instead of a saving throw. That's my fault. But still, you still
still
rolled
would've
really
won that.
high.
I still would have won. That was a natural 19.
You still rolled really high. So it's just like, well, shit.
There went that food.
But still, Cobb, are you going to order anything to drink though?
No, I had a long night of drinking. I'm just gonna I'm gonna deal with my water skin for a little while. And then
Okay.
then after I finish the plate, I'm gonna return it, and then I'm gonna sit down with the rest of them.
Tatsu, the plate you had is magically back. So now you have empty plate and a half full plate. What the fuck is going on this morning?
By return the plate, I meant to the kitchen.
Oh,
Okay.
scratch that.
What sorcery?
It disappeared again.
You're the sorcerer.
Okay,
Even I'm
so
getting played.
so all of you are relaxing a little bit. Like, do you want to like talk and get to know each other a little bit, considering that the four of you are now being heralded as the heroes of Sandpoint? Because again, the only thing that's really holding you guys together right now is that your relationship right now is as close is pretty much co-workers.
The cop was like fully stretched out in his chair after he sat down, just letting his legs stretch out as far as they can go before he starts knocking people over.
Trying to think.
There's actually the square footage of the Rusty Dragon is actually pretty admirable. So there's a lot of room to go around.
Yeah, I just don't want to accidentally start knocking people over, so I'm just stretching them out as far as I can go without impeding other people's way.
Not trying to start a barroom blitz.
As fun as that would be, no. Maybe later.
I'm honestly trying to think if Saburo would say anything.
What's with the quiet bunch? I thought I was the quiet one.
You get kind of a tail flick out of Saburo, and he's just like, I mean, some of us at least take the time to think about what to say before we just blurt it out.
What's the fun in that? Just say what's on your mind. Come on.
In front of a person of the cloth.
Saburo's ears just like
Marcy kind of
fold.
raises an eyebrow. Is there something you three wouldn't want me to find out about yourselves? She kind of says in like a half joking tone.
Oh no, it's just Nagaji.
Okay,
not
everyone, roll me a sense mode because Marcy doesn't seem like the person to easily joke around.
Kadoki.
Should I also roll one?
I mean, we're sensing your motive, I guess.
It'd be a different role for.
I said sense. No,
I'm saying for Marcy.
Nope. In this case, it's Marcy doesn't need to roll anything because there's no real deception roll here. Mistiv?
I rolled
he
a
rolled.
6.
He rolled a 6.
Oh.
Both
I
him
was
and
the
Reaper.
first one to roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so Saburo, you despite Marcy's mannerisms, you can tell that she's joking and you shrug it off. But Tatsuya and Cobb, you think she's a little serious about this.
Yeah, just outright says, "Oh no, it's nothing like that. It's just us Nagaji tend to not trust Kitsune and not trust humans even more."
What? Fair enough.
Jeez, a lot of trust issues going on here today.
I was only joking. Pay it no mind.
Saburo probably just, like, gobbles down, like, the last remaining piece of his bacon. He's like, no matter. We're all stuck together anyways, apparently.
Well, that does kind of bring up a good point. I do feel like if we will be, working together for a bit, we probably should try to take a bit of time to get to know the other three members of our group better. So that way, well, it may help with quite a bit. It may help us in battle with our own goals and just in general. I'd personally rather see the three of you as, well, friends rather than just co-workers, so to say.
Well, if we're gonna
Discriminatory issues of our four separate species aside, of course.
well, I have learned much through my years, as short as they have been. That preconceptions are bollocks.
Zaro probably just kind of stretches out a little bit in his chair and leans back. Yeah, there's more to everyone than meets the eye. Just because certain people don't like others because of whatever happened in the past doesn't mean we always have to follow whatever the dead people say.
Exactly. Another thing, well, you should never judge a person just by how they look. Granted, that one speaks a bit more personally, I guess. Well, maybe not so much for me, but someone close to me.
Zabro just does the weird, like, ear fold again.
She says, kind of looking at her ring finger.
You remind me of someone from my past.
Oh?
You, see Tetsu, reach for a necklace around it with, what appears to be a shed dragon's tooth.
Well, if I might ask, what exactly is the story with your necklace?
It's just the shed tooth of, a silver dragon that, I owe my life to. You see,
A silver dragon? Wow.
you see, I was an outcast. And she basically saved me and helped awaken my abilities after I was basically, well, left for dead by my own tribe. Nagaji don't tend to like intellectuals.
So they cast you out for being too smart.
Or at the
More
very
like,
least, your tribe did, Tatsuya.
my tribe.
Well, for what it's worth, I'm sorry.
Learned more from Ferris than I ever did from the tribe, so who gives a damn about them, really?
Well, I suppose that's one way to look at it.
Zaburo kind of shrugs again. Yeah, sometimes the people you grew up around aren't always the best influence on anything.
Exactly.
But that's why you have to write your own story. You can't just follow somebody else's. You need to come up with choices and decisions on your own.
See, I like the way you think.
Well, I'm quite lucky that I was raised by parents who didn't force beliefs onto me and were willing to let me choose my own ways of things.
I get the feeling we're gonna be a strong group together.
I would have to
Zaburo,
agree with that.
he kind of just shrugs and he's just like, what about you, green guy?
Barkeep, can we get some coffee for the big guy over here?
And the halfling woman that's helping manage the bar just says, "Coming right up."
Just slams down a giant stein of it.
Nah, just a respectable cup, because it's just, again, this is coffee. Coffee is still considered a commodity here.
It's still a luxury.
You know.
But with all the trade routes gone, it's not a luxury per se, but but it's a limited, but still a limited commodity.
You know.
They basically get a week's worth, basically get a month's shipment at a time.
Ah.
So, you see that Tatya pull out a couple gold, hand it to the barkeep.
You are grossly overpaying.
Drink, they're rather cheap.
You are grossly overpaying, because a meal is equivalent to a silver. And again, you guys are getting free room and board for the week.
Well,
You know.
Consider it a thank you from the group
For the
for
hospitality.
all you've done.
Thank you kindly. And the halfling woman takes the tip, and she's rather sheepish, and scurries back to the bar and kitchen.
Oh, 1 second.
But now as that happens, time passes on a little bit more. All of you, and I mean all of you, are awake as you feel a chill sort of roll across the air in the tavern as Sheriff Hemlock walks in, and he scans the room and notices the four of you sitting at a table, and walks up to you.
Oh, man.
I jokingly say, "Ooh, did someone cast Chill Touch in the air?"
Is there something we can help you with, officer?
He narrows his eyes, but he doesn't know magics. But he's dour enough to understand a snide remark when he hears it. He narrows his eyes at you, Tatsia. Good. I hope your morning's going well. It's just the fact of the matter of there's a couple of things that need to get taken care of. And now, no, this is around like close to noon or like early afternoon.
Man. Early afternoon.
Hang on.
Note, I have my own men during the investigation, but some other things, well, we might need your help, and at the same time, seeing the heroes of Sandpoint assist in the investigation behind what happened yesterday evening. It would definitely keep the town's spirits up, because, like it or not, a lot of people are starting to look up to you. You've been a rather of a buzz across town.
Sorrow just kind of rests himself on the table, and she's like, I don't know if I feel like dying for the third time in less than a month.
Well, understand me here, is just that when I say help out with the investigation right now, it shouldn't be life or death as it was when you dealt with that when you dealt with that dragon or with the goblins last evening. So trust me, you'll be able to keep your hide.
Tatsuya tries to remember something. Recollection of something that was said after the attack.
Like, what are you trying to remember?
I mean, when that fancy guy came up to us.
Oh, no. It's the little information we got about the interrogation. How that they were hired.
Now, does he actually ask Hemlock this?
Yeah. Trying to make sure his recollection is accurate.
Well, that's the thing. These tiny little... Those goblins don't even know what the purpose of that raid was. All they wanted to do, apparently, and were told by something, they don't even know whose orders they were taking, to just... But they somehow managed to sneak into the town and raise hell. And fortunately, it's not getting anywhere with interrogating them. So the ones that we did capture alive were, to put kindly, disposed of.
Well, considering we're talking about goblins, besides the part where they got orders, none of that sounds out of what they normally do.
Sounds like any
Sorry about
goblin
that, what I
ever.
missed.
Just goblins.
They raid shipment caravans, food, shinies, and using their words, and the like.
It sounds like they could have been
Somebody-
bought by someone with power, wealth, or influence.
And somebody showed them specifically where to go. Hmm.
And that's what we're trying to find out, but it's just... These things just... They just didn't know. They were just told to do something, and... Well, apparently they did it. Now, we actually have an agreement with a local hunter that she helps keep the goblin situation under wraps, or at least under a manageable situation, causing chaos, keeping the numbers down, and the town graciously gives her supplies. Saburo,
Yes.
roll me a sense motive check here. DC 17.
Okie 22.
You, considering, despite you actually having a glance of a particular individual, you actually think you might know who Hemlock is talking about. Do you wish to press on this?
Yeah. He kind of, is leaning on his hand on the table, and he's just like, "Are you talking about the elven lady that was just here a bit ago?"
So you've already met her then, I assume?
I got a passing look at her, didn't speak with her, and merely brushed her off.
Well then, she's not one to usually stay in town.
She didn't look at...
She was just... was that I've asked her to look into the matter a little further, so she was probably just stopping in to get supplies and grab a meal before heading out. But it's just she's really been just a great help with keeping the goblin situation at a manageable state. But enough dilly-dallying. It's just I'd like all of you to come help out with the investigation, because one thing that we did find was that pardon. What we did find out was that the graveyard was ransacked.
What? Grave robbing?
Graveyard. Ugh.
Yes, unfortunately, and just considering everything going on, considering it was a memorable day for a lot of folk around here, the guards are a bit squeamish to go in and investigate.
You're thinking it's tied into the goblin raid.
Well,
Wait,
don't want to leave any stone unturned. That's the thing.
wait a
Because
minute.
again, like, the goblins aren't usually this
Organized.
clever.
Sheriff,
Go
please
on.
excuse me for asking this, and I hesitate as a woman of cloth, but is there anyone extremely noteworthy who is buried in that cemetery?
Well, essentially, pretty much everyone that's lived in this town. It's not a strictly pay to get your box put in type of graveyard, if you know what I mean.
I just had a kind of considering thought. What if the attack on the town was a diversion?
That's
Very well could
exactly
be.
That's exactly what it looks like.
But still, it's just that the one who actually found that out was Father Xantus. And it's just
Makes sense. The priest has charge.
And
of
just
the
Father
graveyard.
Xantus was just concerned because something felt off, and he just wants to make sure that there wasn't a goblin trapped in a mausoleum or the like. And even though the old geezer is a formidable healer in his own right, it's just he's not one for fighting in this day and age.
It is understandable.
So it's just, if all you would kindly accompany me to the boneyard, we could figure out what had happened.
So
And the bone. Go on.
I was gonna say, he kind of groans a bit. Just by the concept. But go on.
Okay, so the boneyard is all the way up here,
Oh man.
and right over here, and right where the church is. So basically, the festival took place in this little square over here.
Ah.
I now have a certain Beatles song in my head that I will not mention because copyright.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure you could probably say the name.
Eleanor Rigby.
Oh, I was gonna say, what Beatles song pertains to a boneyard?
Eleanor Rigby from Yellow Submarine album.
Oh, really? That's in the Yellow Submarine? I guess this kind of shows just how much... I don't listen to Western music.
Anyway,
Apparently.
and on that note, Sheriff Hemlock motions everyone to come follow him, and I'm assuming that the rest of you are getting your equipment
Yeah.
just to look the part.
Sling the armor on.
Armor.
Hey!
Bless you.
Bless you.
God damn it, I
Yeah,
didn't
don't
mute.
type-
Nice catch, by the way.
I did not mute on stream though.
Ah.
I don't have a keybind for that.
I don't think I heard it.
You didn't, but it's on stream, bruh.
I had the stream up.
But anyway, all of the four of you get ready, get your arms and armor, basically get dressed to look the part, and follow Hemlock to the cathedral where Father Xantus is waiting, and he just and he tells Xantus to wait in the cathedral and to help investigate the scene because one of the vaults had gotten broken into.
Also, enjoy Dark.
Hmm?
It's in game 2, chat.
Brooklyn? Oh.
And as the five of you are walking into the boneyard, he asks us like, so like I mentioned before, the town's kind of looking up to the four of you. So you plan on sticking around in town for a little while, because having a well-rounded group such as yourselves would be a significant boon to the town, not just for morale, but just for protection as well.
I don't particularly like to stick in one place too long.
Well, I am a traveling cleric, but where there are people who need my help, it is my duty for me to help them if need be. So I suppose I can stick around and assist for a bit.
Cobb, Tatsuya?
I haven't decided. I'm still kind of trying to find my place where I just, like a home, like a permanent home. So I'll think about it. But for now, I'd like to continue my adventures for a little while.
I will go the way that Ferris taught me.
Which is?
Ferris had another name. Ferris the Tender.
So I'm guessing that means you would stick around and help?
I go where I am needed to help.
Well, it's just... Well, 2 out of 4 is not bad.
And
It's just you'd be compensated with room and board. You would have to pay for food and supplies and the like, but you'd be treated with the utmost respect, and although held to a certain standard, well, you'd be getting at least, I don't know, maybe a couple of gold pieces a month to compensate you, just for helping out and sticking around. Maybe something even more if I can get one of my assistants to help me think of something, because it's just this town's been in a right poor spot, and this is albeit the best I've seen in a while. But not with the dragon and dragon stealing livestock, and then that goblin raid. It almost just seems a little too close for comfort.
oh, I can see us being here for a while until things stabilize, at least.
Or until I
Agreed.
feel the need to disappear.
Oh, you could probably end up becoming a shopkeeper here. Don't lie.
He sticks his tongue out.
Now.
Anyway,
You'll attract insects.
okay, and now the 5 of you are now in the boneyard, and now time for investigation and music change.
Oh man.
I get the feeling we're gonna be finding more skeletons.
I mean,
I mean, look, I've already kicked Sans' ass 3 times over in this. I can do it again with.
No, I think it was more. Oh god,
I would not say those guys were papyrus either.
they weren't speaking. They weren't speaking in puns, were they?
You know, they weren't talking about race car beds and spaghetti either. Why am I referencing this game?
Anyway, so the vaulting question is a 20 square foot stone structure that stands near the wall. You using which used to house the remains of the previous caretakers, priests, and acolytes who have served the cathedral. Its large, heavy stone-looking door does indeed stand slightly ajar. And the ground surrounding the vault is obviously disturbed. Roll me perception,
All of us?
if you wish.
I mean, might as well.
I'm so used to either maids or payload because I was about to ask perception and what else.
Yeah. Well, it means you don't ask what else either. It just
Well, you know what I mean.
yeah, payload though.
1d20 plus your perception bonus, Dork.
I know. I'm just double checking on what it is. 1d20 plus 4. Oh, damn it.
Why'd you roll it 3 times?
I think he bugged.
Our
Excuse me?
I think his internet dropped.
Yeah, I think his internet's buggy again.
Give it a bit; it'll show him disappearing from.
Yes, Dark? Don't worry about it. But,
wait, you actually heard that sigh?
Yes.
Okay. Should I actually
Well-
use one of those, or should I just roll it for now that it's not, like, freaking the fuck out because of something?
The roll actually went through, so we're using the first one. Okay?
Unfortunately,
Damn.
you don't see shit.
Unfortunately,
We ain't
Right,
found shit.
because even though one of my house rules is that nat ones on skill checks are not auto fail, you didn't roll very well.
Damn.
You didn't roll very well, so
Check for
Cobb,
the-
Reaper, and Airy. Cobb, you would
you-
actually have a slight bonus because this is actually looking for track. This actually include tracks.
Oh, tracks. Oh, tracking. Do I have tracking yet?
I don't think you do.
In
I don't
the words of Anthony E. McAuliffe, nuts.
Nut.
That's
I
a
do
story.
have track.
That's a story for later.
It's in the
I
stock.
had
so-
one.
So Marcy, you can't really seem to find anything. Just you're still a little perturbed at the fact that a graveyard got desecrated, let alone one that housed those that formerly worked for the cathedral.
Yeah, I kind of get to see Marcy probably being a bit pissed.
But Cobb, Tatsuya, and Saburo,
Yeah.
all 3 of you actually get down and dirty and actually actually find these tracks, and you feel many goblin prints, but some seem to have been left by a larger creature. It's particularly boot-shaped. Roll me survival. The 3 of you.
Hey.
Okay. Tatsuya, you cannot figure this out at all. Because all you just see is just a mishmash of prints. But Saburo and Kaba are looking in different locations where it's a little bit more spread out. The two of you confirm that there were about 6 goblins and 1 medium humanoid here and climbed the wall. Approached, then climbed, then went into the vault.
Saburo's just like,
Question.
Huh.
Can I use detect magic on the vault door to see if any magic was used to open it?
Not on the door, but you do sense a lingering presence in the vault.
meanwhile, Saburo's just like, guys, we got a problem. The goblins have figured out how to wear shoes.
Wait, what?
Those nasty creatures stealing our bootwear.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I don't... They can't wear shoes?
Okay, now I've got a Black Sabbath song in my head now.
What Black Sabbath could you possibly be?
Bears wear boots.
What's that song name?
But
It's one
anyway,
of their older songs.
Anyway,
Saburo
Let's see,
just
that'd be a JoJo stand.
just- gestures a paw. He's like, either these guys are working with like a human or an elf or something, or they finally figured out how to wear shoes.
I'm going to take a shot in the dark here and say it's probably the former.
I don't know. Goblins are getting craftier sometimes.
just Hemlock just holds the just puts his hand on the back of his head, just holding it. Well, might as well go in and check.
Guys.
Works for me. Pulls out Warhammer. Going in.
We're in a
Whoa,
crypt.
whoa.
Oh, he's right
whoa,
ahead!
whoa,
He's
whoa,
right
whoa.
ahead!
I'm going in.
Hold it. I'm sensing magic inside. We don't know what could be in there. For all we know, there could be a trap right on the other side of the door.
It's also a crypt. It's possible that there are defense mechanisms in place to keep certain that grave robbers would be, well, not so inclined to try to help themselves.
Or worse, necromancers.
Oddly enough,
Oddly
enough, as the spell goes on, Reaper, you do detect a faint hint of necromancy. Okay, that timing on that was that was not me. That was not me.
My wife has always had a hatred of necromancers for some reason.
I am sensing a little bit of the darker arts.
Well, good thing my wife isn't here. She'd probably be very angry. Air's the only one who's going to get this reference.
Yeah.
Note, Marcy didn't really mention that she was married.
She showed off the ring earlier.
Yeah.
She didn't say wife.
Actually,
She didn't say she was married.
She mentioned in the previous section.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, then I just missed that one.
But I was also gonna just say.
So,
Go on.
So, are you guys going in?
I guess.
Already in.
Okay.
I was also gonna say before that, I was just like, wives. And he
Someone's been divorced.
I want you to look at this tiny fox and say that one again.
If air horns existed, I would be hearing one going off.
Anyway, as soon as those who open the door do, 2 skeletons just lurch out.
No, not the skeletons again.
2 human skeletons. I
Hmm?
roll 20, please.
I'm not. What? Time to roll for initiative?
No, skeleton.
Yeah, basically just a mini combat. But I'm just gonna add. I'm gonna add them in.
So
So just roll initiative, and we'll take care of that from here. If I could just find their initiative roll.
lip boop.
I never remember where initiative is.
I got worried
It's at
because
the
that
top of your
happened
thing.
as soon as I hit the button. Not much better.
I feel like we have distinct problems at the moment. We all rolled shit. Also, you're
Hang
right.
I
on,
see
I
no
haven't told you.
problems,
Dark.
only solutions.
I get.
It's 5 dark.
I'm at
Your
the top.
mod's your
Oh.
mod is 5. Why do you have that miscellaneous modifier right now?
Because he has improved initiative.
That's fair.
Okay. There we go. That's better.
So
At least someone rolled higher than 5.
5,
5.
24, 7, 2.
Which is about as high as I can count.
Okay, you're not that dumb.
I know, I was joking.
You're not the dumb muscle man.
Yeah, you have a higher int score than the Kitsune.
You at least have a
Wait,
positive.
Which
You
is
can read.
impressive.
You can read and write effectively.
Hey, the Kitsune has wisdom. Shut your face.
And
I
also,
also have
Ari,
wisdom.
and also note,
I have more.
Saburo can indeed read and write Common, and any of the other languages that he knows.
Yeah, as long as it's not below a 3, you can speak the human language.
Yep, you can speak Common.
Yeah, but I'm making more a joke that I have the higher wisdom score between the two of them. He's wise, just stupid.
I don't know what yours is, but
I have a wisdom of
Okay,
16.
top of the round, Marcy. You just see these 2 human skeletons, and did you guys see the handout by chance?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, good. So that's what they look like. Not very appealing.
I mean, it's a decaying corpse. I don't imagine most corpses would look appealing.
And note, by the time you guys got over here, it's looking a little bit into like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Because you guys walked.
Oh man.
But Marcy, what do? You just see these 2 skeletons just lurch out of the vault immediately after Cobb opened it, taking him by surprise.
Is it against Saren Ray or anything if I attack these skeletons? Is like the desecration of the dead or something?
Well, they're already desecrated because they're walking human skeletons. The dead was disturbed.
You can't
you know what I
disturb
mean.
the undead. They're
You know what I
already
mean.
disturbed.
Exactly.
Okay, so at
But
this
good
point,
job for asking.
Yeah.
So what are you doing?
Well, I guess we're essentially just in a battle now, so I'm going to attack.
Okay. You take out your Morning Star or if you are attacking with your Morning Star.
Well, given how last time the skeletons went, yes, the hammer.
Okay, so roll your attack.
Okay, let's
1d20 plus your total attack bonus.
Wait, 3? That's weird. I thought it was higher than that.
Nope.
Yeah, the bonus last time.
Because you don't have a
Oh.
base attack bonus.
Whatever. Okay, that's workable.
Unfortunately,
Never mind.
which skeleton were you attacking? 1 or 2?
I'm sorry. I need to kind of play that card. Does it matter? Will my choice determine whether or not my attack hits?
Nope.
Then
Is insufficient.
then I'd say the first.
Is insufficient to, and they just parry away your Morning Star, which is like a shrill shriek. As skeleton number 2 goes and swings at you
Okay.
with a scimitar. Does an 18 hit?
I think that ties.
Okay, so in this case, if it's a tie, it meets
Hang
and
on, hang on.
hits.
Wait, let me double check.
Yeah, I think
my-
it's
uh,
total 18. Yeah, it meets.
Okay, unfortunately, that will hit you. Take 5 slashing damage. Skeleton number 1. It's going to take a 5-foot step towards Cobb and going to attack it with its claws. That's the first one. Second. Okay,
also,
so,
should I be seeing tokens?
nope.
No, we're just
Oh,
hanging.
okay.
This is free mapping it.
Okay, you're just checking and stuff. Keep it turning. I wasn't on the correct map.
The 13 does not hit, but Cobb, does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Take 3 slashing damage.
Ow, you're gonna pay for that.
Tatsuya.
I don't have a token.
Okay.
Again, I just said we're free mapping it.
Yeah, I just don't have a token to keep track of my HP with, so I gotta do it in here. Got it.
Tatsuya, what are you doing? 2 skeletons just hit your boys. Well, your boy and your girl.
Boy.
It's your boy.
Everyone, what destruction looks like in human form? Here it is. It's your boy Guzma.
It's your boy Penny Skeen is here.
What?
Anyway,
I got the joke, but I didn't
Reaper,
want to
what are
get
you
the
doing?
joke.
Good job, Mistiv.
Alright.
What was that?
Well, so, 4. Skeletons, so Bonehead number 1.
Okay. The 19 hits, and you just basically bonk him on the head.
Versus.
You dealt 1 damage. Saburo,
Yes.
your turn. And did you ever take that leftover Morning Star that... Oh god, that was actually creepy.
I don't think I ever determined if I
Require more.
did, but he probably has it.
Now, do you wish to use that, or do you wish to use something different?
What's the difference? What's the regular thing of the regular Morning Star?
It is a bludgeon.
Well, I know that, but does it have any attack bonus or anything?
Nope, it's a standard melee. Is a standard light, simple weapon.
Eh,
So it'd be using your standard BAB plus your dex because you have weapon finesse.
so it would be just a d20 plus my dexterity, or
Yes, if you do not have a base attack bonus value, is just 1d20 plus your total attack bonus, which in this case is your dex.
all right, it'll be better than trying to gnaw at these things.
And I don't think you would want to.
No.
You'd probably get some kind of disease.
Yeah. So 1d20. 12.
Swing and a miss. Cobb.
Well,
Use
I
up.
got my Warhammer out, so might as well
40K?
use it.
God damn it.
And my hammer.
I miss.
The dice aren't kind to you today, are they?
I mean, they
I
weren't very
mean, I
kind
got
last week either.
I got my nat 20 out of the way this morning.
Yeah, exactly.
On stupid. Also, you'll have to give me like the stats and shit of that thing later.
I mean, you can just look at darks because it's just with the exception of because it's just because it's 1d8,
Mm,
1d8 multiplied 2, bludgeoning and piercing damage.
Hey, at least we've got our nat ones out of the way.
Hopefully, Marcy, you're up and at 'em again.
Okay, let's give this another shot. I know I
Second
need
best, same as the first.
Now remember, you don't just have your.
I know I
You
have the
don't
sim. Oh, go ahead.
you don't just have your morning star. Remember what you did the last time you encountered skeletons.
Oh yeah, that is how I wiped out two of them in one go. Okay, well, time to quit
Now-
playing around.
Now when you channel your energy, are you using it to heal or inflict damage? Because you gotta specify in this case.
Inflict damage on the skeletons.
Okay, you have 6
Well-
more uses of it. Roll me 1d6, and I gotta roll will saves for these fuckers.
Wait, only 1d6? But wasn't it four last time or 3 last time?
Nope. That was for Father Xantus when he healed you guys last session.
No, I mean with the skeletons.
Nope, it's 1d6.
Weird. I remember rolling 3 dice.
Skeleton man say no.
Okay. I forgot to make note of the DC for that will save there. Gotta
Isn't
go
that
to your.
usually like a DC 15 for will save on?
I gotta look at the cleric page. Okay, so 10 plus half level plus charisma modifier. And in this case, that
I
is.
remember charisma being used.
That's
That
for
was.
them.
Oh,
That's for the will save.
And saying how they're boneheads, I don't think they have any charisma.
yeah.
You just
And
hear it
actually-
shattering.
Unless I'm like Jack Skellington.
And actually, I even got the amount of times per day wrong with yours.
Yeah.
Because unless healing domain has something to do with it.
Do you mean I have more or less?
You have less.
Oh!
You have less uses a day for that because it's.
Well,
Which hold on. A cleric may channel energy equal to 3 plus a charisma modifier. It. Okay, so for some reason. I mean, if anything, I can just keep it as it. I can just swap charisma over to wisdom because it's like I don't see how channeling energy in this
give
case
me a
would use
second,
charisma.
DJ. I need to check something.
What? What?
You have to let your DM know.
What are you checking?
Prob-
Dark.
Probably something out of game because he decided to deafen. As he does.
Anyway,
Like he's actually gone.
now he type.
Alright, just figure out your stuff because he says he'll be a second or two.
Okay, well, if anything, you already rolled it, so the DC for this is. Is going to be 12, So we'll save 1 for skeleton 1. Skeleton 2. Skeleton 1 takes half damage. So that'll be 2, because rounding down. While skeleton 2 is gone. Blasted.
Oblivionized.
So we just gotta sneeze on the other one.
Or if anything, use the right damage type.
Hey,
Hey,
I
I
had
did.
tried.
That's why I used the quarterstaff. God damn it!
Okay, sorry about that. That was actually kind of freaking important. So I
But
apologize.
still, no. But still, if anything, we got it settled because I thought it was using wisdom, not charisma in this case for the save and uses for channel energy.
So do I still have like the same amount of channel energy, or
You have 4 uses per day,
yeah.
and your DC is a little lower.
My DC?
The difficulty class for the will save if you're choosing to inflict damage.
That's
So one
stellar.
skeleton's still standing,
But you killed
and
the
it's
other
gonna
one.
and it's gonna swing at Starborough,
No!
Well, I got one. That's something.
and it completely whiffs. Tatsuya. Ow! My freaking hand! I stabbed myself.
I was gonna say, what? Did
Look at that.
Indiana bite you?
Now where'd my pen go? There it is.
I think that works.
Yep, that hits, and you just
I-
decide, and you decide to just bring it back and just woof,
I think the bonehead's got a
and
splitting headache.
bash it, and you kill it. That's taken care of. Some of y'all got a little banged up, and Chef was like, "Well, good thing that was taken care of rather fast. Are you okay?"
It'll be okay.
Who took damage from that?
You and Cobb, I think.
Yes.
Mistiv, how much HP are you missing
3,
out of?
15.
Okay, I'm gonna use one of my GJ, can I use one of my wands on myself?
Now, you can, but note your wands have a finite amount of uses.
Yeah, I know.
You can channel energy instead to heal to heal everyone in the group a little bit, because your channeling comes back. So in the case, so
I still. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
yeah, no, how it says 4 per day. If you scroll all the way over to the right on your sheet, it says 4 per day. So you already used it once. You can use it again for healing.
Part of me kind of wants to maybe wait to use it just because we don't know what we're gonna encounter. What do you guys think?
I'd
I'd
say
wait.
save it for now.
Save it.
Yeah.
Well, if anything, after you guys catch your breath and walk into the vault, there's no other threats, just those 2 goblins. Not goblin skeletons.
There's goblins now.
Oh no!
I cast dancing lights to illuminate the area.
Okay, and everything becomes lit, as it were. Shut up.
No fam involved.
I don't know. Here's my concern. We might not get a chance to heal Marcy and Cobb before we enter combat again. Just, I don't know.
It's up
'Cause
to
closest-
you, my dude.
Well, if anything, I would say use a channeling instead of, if you're that concerned, use your channeling instead of a spell slot or the wand. If you're that concerned.
What are the uses of my? How many wand uses do I have left?
Have you even used it?
I have seven uses on one of my wands left.
Again, use the channel energy instead of the wand or one of your spell slots.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm just gonna use the channel energy. I'd feel more comfortable.
Okay, roll me roll 1d6 for the healing.
I'm probably being a bit overzealous, but also I swear to God.
Okay, Cobb,
That's not
Marcy,
one.
heal 2 HP.
Cool.
That's not a 1.
Well, to be
Do,
fair,
do you want to use it again?
No, God, no. I only have 2 uses left now. Because I went from having 6 per day to 4 per day.
Okay.
to be fair, the clerics, when they're in the group with the others, tend to be a little bit paranoid.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
Everyone, roll me perception checks to search the vault.
Oh man.
what the hell?
There's
The fox ain't seeing shite.
Tatsuya?
Perception is
Okay. Cobb, you find a discarded robe in the corner.
Oh God, somebody's naked.
Do you pick it up and show it to the group?
I pick it up and shake it.
Hey, look what I found.
Okay, that's just a dusty robe, but Tatsuya,
yes.
the knowledge of the area, because your detect magic is still up and about from what it, as far as I'm concerned, and you can see that is the source of the necrotic energy hit you sensed before.
Can I do a check to see what it's
Roll me a
effect is?
spellcrafting check.
Well, crafting.
Simple DC. Okay, that you after studying it for a little more, you discern that this was a robe of bones, but now it's got no patches. It's now just a slightly magical robe.
Rattle me bones.
But with the combined efforts of you four and a Hemlock, is that the more disturbing discovery is that a sarcophagus was broken. It was opened and stolen.
This is not good in many
Got a
ways.
bad feeling about this.
And these and that sarcophagus held a certain individual by the name of Ezekian. Seemed to be a former priest.
I hate to say it, but I think the theory of the attack on the town having been a diversion is starting to kind of seem a bit more likely.
Doesn't the name of that priest sound familiar?
What was the name? Trying to hear.
Izakaya.
Kayan.
Kayan.
I will put the name in the chat.
Okay, out of character. Should it sound familiar?
Since you two don't know.
Wasn't this brought up in the story of the Swallowtail Festival?
Let me look.
Out of character, because I'm trying to make sure I'm not metagaming.
I'm starting to kind of realize just why you were also the same person who realized that the spy was Tempest in disguise. Or you know what I meant.
Anyway, no, you cannot recall that that the name was brought up at all.
Oh, wow. So that actually did sound familiar from that story. Oops.
if anything, Hemlock just muses and is like, the raid must have been a distraction, but I'm not sure what use the remains of the town's previous priest could be worth anything. And that's a mystery to me, is this unknown thief.
Can I use detect magic to check for residual magic in the sarcophagus?
Nope. No magic. The only magic you're detecting is that faintly now.
Useless robe.
Yep. Well, in any case, it's getting on into the day. It's going to take a little while for all of you to get back to the Rusty Dragon. Got to eat and nurse your wounds. But it's just, in any case, please don't make any mention of this to the rest of the townsfolk, because just they're on edge enough as it is.
Don't mention what?
Well, that's one
Exact-
way to go about this.
Exactly.
Keep giving me the free food and I'll stay quiet.
Saburo.
What?
Well, that's not my decision. That's Amiko's, and as far as I remember, she did say that for helping save the town, that you guys did get room and board free for the week.
I can make do with
But
that.
What?
He's just like, I can make do with that.
But just again, just keep this on. Just keep this under lock and key until we know more. Okay, and basically Hemlock closes up the vault and disposes of the skeletons that attacked the party, and you guys head back to the Rusty Dragon and basically have a nice hearty meal, patch yourself up, and the day ends and a new one rises. Just to expedite things, it's just a matter of I can turn this off now.
No, I like hearing the screamed of the damned.
Ow.
Ah,
If I
yes.
wanted that, I'd go listen to Welcome to the Abyss from Contact Collection.
Oh, you know.
I love that part where it goes like the creepy music box and violin combo.
Anyway, now if anything, okay. So, Saburo, I'm assuming that you're the first one to wake up as usual.
I always figured he'd be more of a late sleeper so long as he can actually get
Well,
to sleep.
well, considering Cobb's fellows.
I don't know.
Scare your cat again.
I don't know. Tell me.
Yes,
Hey.
cat scared part 2.
Wait, did it
Oh
actually
no,
get
tell
scared?
me. Is
Yes.
it critical snoring again?
I'm keeping that roll.
All right then. Yeah. No, he's up begrudgingly.
And
Well,
you go
okay,
down.
I need to ask, what was the roll?
It was
nat 20.
it was the 20 right at the beginning.
Is the first roll of the session.
Oh,
Remember
I thought
how
you
I
rolled-
called
thought you
it
rolled
literally
again.
right as it's about to happen?
I know, I thought DJ rolled again.
No.
Nope.
Yeah, no,
And
he's up begrudgingly.
and as you're eating breakfast, this rather attractive woman comes up to you and just asks, you're one of the hero. You're one of the heroes, right?
He kinda does that thing where he puts his hand to his chin and leans on the table. Depends on who's asking.
My name is Shayla's Vendor. My father owns the general store. Roll me a knowledge local check.
Oh man.
DC 15, because you've been in town for at least a week
Mhm.
and a few days.
All right. Boop. Yeah.
What's are you consistently rolling 17?
As long as it's not combat.
Okay, so considering you rolled high enough, is that you know of the rumors of the vendor daughters.
Mm.
How one is how Katrine Vendor has been shacking it up with one of the workers of the lumber mill, and her father being very, very much up in arms about it. But you also let me just read this one more.
Mhm.
So you know the rumors surrounding the Vendor family,
Mhm.
and let me just show this to you.
Oh boy.
Show it to everyone. This is what Shayla's Vendor looks like.
Ah. Redhead.
Hi, Chris.
What?
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 Chris?
Chris.
Huh?
What's your reference?
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, Triss.
Oh.
I thought you were saying something different.
I thought Chris.
I was
That's
just
what I heard
confused.
too.
I
Anyway.
said Chris.
Anyway, go on.
Would
And-
you more fitting to say like Sam or Ariel?
Just go on.
So you definitely know the overall local gossip surrounding her sister,
and
and
what of her?
she asks you. You don't know much about her,
Alright.
but you definitely know the local scuttlebutt about her sister.
Alright. It's like, yeah, I've heard the name as I've been around town. My name's Sabro.
Yes. No need to repeat it as don't take this the wrong way, but a lot of people in town know you and your comrades' names, considering that you've saved the town twice already.
That is true, but I wouldn't be surprised if some got myself and Tatsuya mixed up.
Oi! Oi!
He's
Hey.
making a joke of people getting the foreign names mixed up.
That's more. I feel that's more poking at me.
No.
Sure about that?
I wasn't even thinking about that.
Sure you aren't.
I'm being
Also-
honest, Mike.
For reference.
Aries, I know an Aries. But
Anyway,
Go on.
well, it's just that there's a bit of a pest problem in the basement of the general store, and could you kindly come and assist me with it? I swear I saw a rat the size of a small dog yesterday.
Nobody likes extermination quests.
Oh boy, we're finding kobolds.
What?
And before the kobold.
I was 11, I missed it.
What did he say? Nobody likes extermination quests?
Yes.
Yes.
Because he's right.
But
Oh,
It's either there are
At
two
least it's
quests
not
that
a
they
fetch
hate.
quest. At least it's not
Okay.
a fetch quest.
Okay, make it 3. Fetch quest, companion quest, as in make sure
Escort
someone-
missions.
Escort missions, yes,
Oh god, so
and
like the,
exterminations.
I mean to be fair, of those I feel like the extermination quest is in theory the least
The most bearable. But anyway, she's making the request and she asks you this. What do you reply with?
She probably gets a quick flick from his tail, and he's like, I suppose it wouldn't be too difficult to help someone such as you. Would you want just myself, or would you want me to ask my companions as well?
Roll me a perception check here.
Okie dokie.
You don't notice a thing. And she
So
just,
many ones.
no, I think just you would be fine. I mean, it's only a few rats, so not something that one sly as you wouldn't be able to handle.
If you insist.
Do you want to roll again to see if anything's up? You can do so as you wish. You and no, if any of you want to roll something without my prompt, you can do so. Just let me know and label your role, or just tell me I'm doing this.
I mean,
Okay.
currently,
Kentatsu will be coming downstairs and seeing if he's noticing the conversation.
Roll me a perception check.
And while
I guess-
he's doing that, I was gonna say that Zaburo probably kind of gives a nonchalant, if you insist, but I'm probably still gonna take the roll again anyway, just because that last one was frankly terrible.
I'm probably also gonna roll depending on what Aries' roll is.
So 1 perception out of me as well. Slightly better.
It's gonna be a 2.
Okay, well in this case, you
Wait, I don't even see a roll.
It's on the Madut.
Oh, there it is.
okay.
Oh,
In this
there it is.
case, Tatsu, you do come down and you do see this conversation happening, and Sabro, you notice her like very happy at when you say that you'll just come along. And then she looks at and then she notices Tatsuya walk up as like and she's just like hi there.
There's
I was just asking your friend over here if he could help me out with a little bit of a rat problem down in the my father's basement.
Nothing too much of consequence.
Unless the rats are the size of dogs, then they may be kobold.
Kobolds? No, they're just really big rats.
They notice her stammering at the mention of kobold.
Roll me sense motive.
At this point, Marcy comes downstairs.
Again, you can roll me sense motive or perception whenever you, or knowledge checks wherever you feel necessary. Just make sure to label the.
Well, it was sense, motive, or perception.
I think dark was the perception.
What I'm saying
Yeah.
is like, but if you're going to roll like that and not, but if you're going to roll that, make sure to label your roll by basically pressing Shift Enter and just typing perception, sense, motive
Ooh.
for your roll, then typing it out.
DJ, can I get a reroll? Because I just realized just how drastically higher my sense motive is.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna use that instead.
And meanwhile, I have to make my own roll.
I need a chance to double check and see that I read that number correctly.
Well, you know.
Yeah, total bonus 8.
Okay, and Ari, was that a perception or a sense motive that you rolled?
Beforehand, that was my perception. But I haven't rolled anything
Okay, Dark,
else yet.
you if anything, add 4 to that.
Oh.
Yeah, just as
So it's 12?
15.
I said
Yeah.
add 4, and you rolled an 11.
Oh, okay, yeah, that works. So yeah, 15.
I was also just giving DJ the reference that the roll from there was when, basically the second perception roll I had done. Blah, blah. Just mostly letting these guys have a chance to do crap.
Actually, Ari, what'd you roll on your knowledge local check before?
That was
21.
That was the 17, I think. Yeah, that was the 21, and then I rolled
Okay.
perception, then I rolled perception again.
Okay, so I'm retroactively keeping that 21 here for this little bit of information because
Mm-hmm.
I made a boo-boo. But notice how I said that Shaylin's sister was the talk of the town
Mm-hmm.
because of her shacking up with one of the sawmill workers.
Yep.
You've also picked up, because you rolled a 21, and this is a bit I missed, so I'm giving it to you anyway, that she's a bit more of a troublemaker than... that she's even more of a troublemaker than her sister.
Dun-dun, dun-dun.
So, now, because you now because of your knowledge with the... Now, because of this knowledge, roll me a sense motive with a... What's your current bonus for sense motive? Plus
3.
4? Plus 3? Double that.
Okay. 1 sense motive.
Yeah, I know. She's definitely...
Busted.
Yep. She's definitely... She's definitely trying to get with you, and especially since she didn't even know what a kobold was, which that's not weird, but the fact that but a general knowledge from probably other travelers coming into her father's shop and obviously chatting up, she probably may have at least heard of them in passing, but she doesn't even know what they are. But you can definitely tell that she's not being entirely truthful about the rats.
Very large rats.
Yes, large.
He probably just kind of looks over.
And again, I think just you coming along would be enough. Don't want to bother the rest of your comrades after saving us just those couple days ago. I think that they'd be rather exhausted still, wouldn't you say?
He kind of.
Oh, ow, why?
Did you just fall down the stairs?
No, getting out of bed.
Jesus Christ, that made me jump a little
The
bit.
ceiling rattles and let loose a little dust. But Sabro kind of looks over at Tati and he's like, you at least want to pretend to be a lookout in case I get my tail caught in a bind.
Sure. I don't mind.
And
Again, it
what-
just
He won't
again,
help if we don't need him.
yes, but he doesn't need to come along. That's the thing. Just I think just you coming is more than enough to handle the pest problem.
Tachi's gonna lay on the charm. Do you really think it's wise of someone like you to lie in front of someone who is of the cloth? Pointing straight at Marcy.
Marcy kind of just waves.
Roll a bluff check.
Good God, Ari. If looks could kill. If
Now-
looks could kill.
Now, Marcy, roll me diplomacy with a +4 bonus.
I swear to God. If I get something beneath a 10, I'm going to pay.
By the way, that was almost a crit for success.
No,
Wait.
natural 20s on skill checks are still not successes as
Why is
well.
my diplomacy a class skill yet it's only a bonus of 1?
Because that's
Put any
probably all you
rank
put
into
in
it?
there.
Okay, so +5, I guess, because you said
Because you didn't put any ranks into it and your charisma's a 1.
I'm going to be angry. Okay, that works.
You know.
And Shaylin Shayless, I've been saying Shaylin. Shayless. It
Yeah,
looks
close
at
enough.
looks at you. Notices the ring and looks back at Saburo. And then Tatsuya is like, you know what? And she huffs a little bit and stands up. It's like, I'll handle it on my own. I think my father has some rat poison in his stock, and then we can take care of it. And she walks off.
Ring.
Oh, come on.
Desk Chen.
I think she was trying to seduce you.
Sabro
Seducing who?
seems completely unperturbed. Like, yeah, but do you think
That
they're
Fox boy's
actually
getting it on.
do you think they're actually kobolds or just very big rats?
I think there weren't any rats to begin with.
Think we should keep an eye on him just in case.
But the reason why I gave you that +4 to your diplomacy is because you are a cleric, and just the fact that she didn't. But still, it's just. And oddly enough, the rest of your day is completely uneventful. That is not the direction I thought it would go, but it was still just as funny.
What, you thought Sabro was gonna go along with all this crap?
Marcy didn't even do anything. Marcy stood there.
And waved.
She
I'll
waved.
vote up.
But again, it's just the fact of the matter was, she was lying and she was trying to get in your pants.
I mean, Sabro didn't seem
And
to mind
oh my
regardless
god,
of the
and
situation.
my god, if you didn't roll that 21 before for the knowledge local, dear god, this could have been hilarious.
Well,
Because-
Daddy catches you with your pants down.
Or at least with his daughter on top of Saburo, trying to get at it.
Never mind.
There's always next Tuesday.
I'm not gonna say what I was thinking.
That was a good laugh.
Oh shit, this does have a song on it.
What?
Not my Swiss Army knife.
Okay.
Swiss Army knife really do, my boy.
But now, but still, though, like that would have actually been a really funny situation for Saburo, because Ben Vinder would have been pissed.
Yay!
And then that's
The
when the
house-
next morning suddenly the fox has disappeared.
Yay! This town still likes us.
You're just lucky Saburo keeps an ear out for Scuttlebutt, and the fact that you guys have been around town for long enough.
Yeah.
You missed out.
Sabro probably just does his nonchalant shrug.
But actually, no. Just for the sake of saving time, we so you didn't hear that. But instead, for the rest of the day, like one of the guards actually walks up to you about an hour. You guys are just relaxing in the pub,
Oh man.
and says that excuse me, one of the townsfolk wishes to speak to all of you outside the tavern.
Oh, fine. He gets up.
Very well.
Okay.
Perked ears.
Ugh.
And you guys are greeted by a tearful woman panicking and clutching a infant to her chest, and in one hand, and cleaning the back of a young boy's shirt with the other.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
I don't eat babies. I promise. I don't do that anymore.
Anymore?
Ignoring
What?
that,
Listen, you live out in the wilderness. You gotta eat what you gotta eat.
What?
anyway,
Just kidding. He's never eaten any babies.
Anyway.
the woman explains that, and goes on to explain that last night, Allergast, her husband, Allergast Barrett, didn't go to soothe Aaron, which is the boy, when he had his night terrors, but then a few moments later they heard the poor dog Petal cry out in pain, and Aaron's screams turned shrill. And this time it just wasn't her son having nightmares, and she shows you the boy's arms, and they're all covered in just bites.
Can I nature check to see if I can tell what kind of bites?
Yes, you can. And do you have favorite enemy by chance?
No, because I specifically killed the first one. I know nothing.
Does anyone else wish to roll anything?
What are the options for it?
Just anything, whether it's perception, a general knowledge, a general intelligence check, because you might not exactly have knowledge nature.
I at least have a high perception, so I'll roll perception. Not bad.
Okay,
What's my
and with the assistance of Cobb and with what he knew and what you guys have just recently gone through, these are goblin bites.
It's always the goblins.
Goblins are eating children now. It's like a bad Pokedex entry.
Oh Jesus!
What
Uh,
on earth? What's a Pokedex?
We'll tell you some
It's,
other time.
it's like some book.
Anyway, may I ask how long these night terrors have been happening?
Since after the festival. Why?
Can I do a knowledge arcana on the bites?
Why Arcana? Because it's just a matter of.
Well, if it was created by a shapeshifter, there might still be some magic imbued in the wound.
That's not what I thought you were going for, but that kind of could work too.
Are
Okay.
you trying to say somebody shapeshifted into a gobbo?
Okay, go for it. Yeah, no, these are just mundane goblin bites. And the woman, I don't know how to pronounce her name, and the woman is asking for you to at least look in the house because.
Okay, where do you live?
With pleasure.
And they're going to, and it's just, and it's just this. It only happened last night, but there's actually a goblin in the house, and because basically when Allergas burst into the son's room, he actually excuse me. Allergat, because when the goblin was found, the mother panicked and fled the house with the children to seek your aid. So she doesn't know what happened to her husband or the goblin at that point, but she knows that the dog is dead.
No, the doggy.
Damn.
I really
Dog
don't.
killing goblins.
I really don't like how much dog killing.
Goblins hate dogs. I'm sorry. It's not something I can control.
That's just
Kill
part of the lore,
goblins.
so.
I need some full plate and like every weird item you can possibly imagine.
What? Excuse me?
What are you,
Go
MacGyver?
Go full Goblin Slayer.
Jesus Christ.
He always finds these weird items to use in weird ways.
What are you, Sir MacGyver?
Saburo just kind of
Oh,
pushes his tiny self to the front of the group. He's like, so, do you have any leads you could possibly give us to help learn anything?
No, but just I think he's still in my son's room, as far as I know.
We have no time to lose.
Agreed.
Okay, so when you guys arrive at the Barrett house, it's very silent. It's almost dead silent.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
What? Upon reaching Aaron's room, the door is closed. Roll me a perception check upon opening.
Alrighty.
Of course, the cleric gets a higher one.
Okay, so that's 10's perfectly enough, and you see a man. You see a man on his belly as if he had tried to crawl into the closet.
Is he?
Go check. Marcy, go check on him. See if you can stabilize him.
Marcy goes to check on him, and
Roll me a heal check.
Oh god, what do I even roll for that? Oh, heal. Well, good thing that's one of my specialties. Don't fuck with me. You might have fucked with me.
Yeah, no, he's not breathing. What are you going to do? Pull him out of the closet? You're definitely strong enough to. You have a +2 strength.
Here's my question. Is it essentially too late to save him?
I don't know. Do you wish to pull his body out from the closet?
Sabro, Cobb, get on either side of the closet. Marcy, pull him out, and if anything comes out, those two will clobber it.
Agreed. I need to try to stabilize him and move him very little. We might still be capable of saving his life.
Did somebody say it's clobbering time?
Sabro just kind of gets himself prepared, even though he's tiny. I know he's not tiny, but go on.
Okay, Reaper, do you have healing capabilities?
I have potions.
Okay,
But-
I think for the most part.
First off, do you pull the body out of the closet?
Yes.
Okay. And just as soon as you do, the four of you just see a grisly sight. The Allerghast's body is, after you see this, he is quite dead. The flesh of his face and upper torso have been eaten away, and the next second, not leaving you guys any time to react, this insane goblin just leaps out of the hole, just leaps out of the closet, and just shrieks in rage, and attacks you, Marcy, in a surprise round.
Oh boy.
But wait, when's Cobb and Sabro capable?
It's faster than us being able to react.
It's a feral goblin at this point. He's going fast. So note, this will be your flat-footed AC. And And also, Dark, because it's a new day, your HP goes back up to full. Does a 15 beat your flat-footed?
Where even is my flat-footed?
Right
Flat-footed 16.
Okay, you just narrowly evade this goblin's...
Well, goblinness.
Yep. You just narrowly evade just the dagger of this feral creature. What did the rest of you guys do? Going in order. So, okay, so Cobb, you're taking initiative. Swing.
Hold on, I was snacking on something.
I was gonna
Do
say
you wanna wait? Do you want to hold initiative and have Sabro attack? Because I believe that would be a flanking sneak attack.
I mean, I could also use my scimitar.
I mean,
No, you need somebody else close before Sabro can do his thing.
yeah, let Cobb do his thing, and then and then Sabro can be like, "Washa!" Or in this case, it's more of an on guard, but you know.
So it's a swordfish.
You don't actually hit. It just barely ducks and just like you nick the top of its hat.
No, it's hat.
Oh, it's one of those fuckers. All right.
Can I still get the sneak attack?
Well, it's wearing a hat.
It's wearing. Meanwhile, am I still able to get like the sneak attack or whatever?
Roll me a d20. If it's above 10, I'll say yes.
1d20. Nope.
Nope, you do not get sneak attack. But it is your turn.
Alright. Because I was gonna say, like, regardless if it's sneak attack or not, because Cobb is big and Saburo is small, he just, like, he's got his rapier out and he's just gonna lunge at this thing using the space between Cobb's legs to just dash in because he's tiny.
No, because you don't actually have the lunge feat. That's more flavor text right now.
I don't care if it's flavor text or not. I'm just saying what he's doing.
I'm just making sure.
Alright, so it's my masterwork, so it is +5. Okay, boop.
Roll to confirm.
It's just the same attack again, or is it just the
Same
roll.
attack.
Nope.
Okay, that doesn't confirm, but that does hit. So roll me damage.
It is a 1d6 + 0. 4.
Okay, you managed to shank the goblin.
Poke.
Tatsuya,
Fancy poke.
what are you doing?
Alright. Let's see.
Excuse me.
Guess you're going bonk with the quarterstaff because it's a little too close quarters for the crossbow.
Bonk.
I didn't see attack roll.
Magic missile.
Magic missile.
Oh! Okay, yeah, so just the bolt of energy just comes out and just baps the goblin in the gut. Marcy, you go.
Okay, I'm gonna,
Angry cleric noises.
I'm gonna use my scimitar.
Angry cleric noises confirmed.
So, hang on. So yeah, 20 + 2.
Yep.
Alright.
Unfortunately, that does not threaten a critical, but you do hit.
Alright.
Okay, and it's a what do I roll for damage calculation?
Look where the scimitar is.
D8 plus your strength.
1d6 + 2.
Oh, was it D6? Oh, right.
1d is the Morning Star.
Yay.
Not bad, not bad.
Okay, that's enough to actually kill it.
It is dead.
Unfortunately, so is he.
Well, hey,
And-
look, you got a second chance. Go hit on her. She's a widow. Go for it.
Smash.
Cobb!
Who is he saying this to?
You.
You weren't there for the
Christ.
you weren't there for the conversation.
No, I
Ritual.
just came down and heard somebody was trying to seduce him, and then I just kind of got.
So he has no idea what's going. Yeah, he just gets like the fuck hand.
Oh my
Somebody
God.
should contact the sheriff and possibly a coroner.
Let's search the goblin and see what we find first.
While they do that,
There could be some evidence.
while they
There
do
is
that,
nothing on the goblin.
I'm looking to see for points of breaking into the place /
You-
tracks.
Okay,
Everything.
so Cobb, now you don't really need to roll for this, but now everything's all taken care of, more or less. You actually find a hole in the closet where the goblin seemed to have made a crawl space.
Hey, how big are you in your fox form? Can you go in there and look? I'm too big.
They don't actually know that.
I was gonna say he's never shown off that he can turn into a fox. Like you,
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
never mind.
like you guys know that
that's
Kitsune.
not common
can-
knowledge
Yeah.
for the party as of yet.
Yeah,
Hey,
you guys.
small one, can you fit in here?
Fortunately, he cannot.
I mean, he probably could as a fox, but I'm not sure if he
As
wants
a
to show-
fox, yes, but as he is now, no.
He probably kind of goes to look at the hole, and he's like, Might be a bit of a tight squeeze, but...
Can you fit your face in there? I hear foxes can fit in any space they can fit their face into.
Those are cats!
That's cats. Trust me. My wife might have cats.
Unless
I
they're those
swear.
ones that have the really chubby faces.
I swear, sometimes I wonder if cats are part liquid.
But yeah, he probably like motions for everyone to leave. He's like, I'll let you guys know if I find anything. It's gonna take some doing to get myself in there.
In the meantime, we should probably contact the sheriff, the priest,
Well,
and a coroner.
There was enough of commotion that Hemlock is already there.
Ugh.
Yeah,
That was quick.
yeah. Sabro probably like gently like pushes people away and just closes the closet door.
And you can go
You
poof.
can come out of the closet now.
He just went in there.
Wow, man.
But I was also gonna say, yeah, he makes like the poof. It kind of makes like, you know, the general like kind of tink sound like you hear in anime when he poofs, and he's gonna go digging.
Well,
There's a hole,
will you
there's
hop
a
in?
hole,
Will you
there's
hop
a
in the hole
hole.
that was in the closet that Allergast was attempted to be dragged and stuffed into? And you see that there's a small tunnel dug by the goblin that leads to outside the house. You surmise that the goblin must have scrambled in there when the raid turned sour and just stayed there. Without food or water, it turned feral.
Yeah, he probably digs himself out of the hole on the outside, turns back, and goes in through the front door.
And
Smartass.
but as you go around, the sheriff's already consoling the mother because the fate of Allergas Barrett is now known as he's dead.
Yep.
And the mother's sister actually comes up to console her, and learning the situation is that she makes the snide remark of, well, I wished your heroes were a little bit more thorough with their heroing, and just takes the mother and walks off, and just the sheriff's like, well, that's not good, but well, this mystery's been taken care of these. That mystery's taken care of. Shame to see Allergas go like this, because man, he was a decent fellow.
I'm sorry we couldn't do more. By the time we got there, I'm afraid the light of life had already gone from him.
It's not your fault. Just, if anything, I should have been more thorough with the investigation. See if any goblins were left in the town.
Sabro kind of does like the don't worry about it hand motion. He's just like, listen, that's a very easy to miss hole on the side of the house. It's behind a couple bushes.
We should find a way to seal it immediately so we can keep certain this won't happen again.
Let's just go kill some goblins. I just want to go raid some goblins.
I would suggest using stone and wood, if possible.
Well, I'll see to that. If anything, you guys handle yourselves and go get some lunch. Back at the tavern, it's already past noon.
Sabro just kind of shakes himself off after I get a bit of a washing up done.
You could do that at the tavern.
Yeah, he's got dirt and probably a couple grubs on him.
So how did you get through that hole?
Very carefully.
And
Here's my question. Had I rolled higher, could he have survived?
Nope, he was dead.
Dead.
His face and upper torso were eaten.
NPCs tend to die almost instantly. Like,
Yeah.
if
And
you
also-
drop
and
a
al-
hat, they die.
Well, also just that and also because of how things go, a common house cat can actually kill a wizard at level 1. No, I'm serious.
No, I believe you.
Yeah, they're
That
vicious.
sounds like
Yeah,
comes from
fuck
experience.
cats. Fuck cats.
Anyway,
You know what else you can say screw to? Purple worms. I've only had one character death. Purple worm. Other side of a bridge.
I don't think I can recall a character death of mine.
now, when the party returns to the Rusty Dragon, there's you hear a commotion. Actually, no.
Oh.
Shortly after you get back,
Oh boy, here we go again.
Sabro, you've already bathed and all that good stuff, dusted yourself off.
Mm-hmm.
When Foxglove actually approaches the party, is hello, local heroes. If it's not too much to ask, I'm actually going on a boar hunt this afternoon, as it's still early enough. I would have asked you guys. I would have asked you earlier, but it was just the day after the raid, and I didn't want to oppose myself onto you.
Boar hunting.
Yes, it's just a matter to. I would just like to get to know my saviors a little bit better.
Out of character, who's this guy again?
Just around.
The
Aldern-
noble we paid.
Aldern Foxglove, the noble you saved at the ass end of the Goblin raid.
The whiny noble.
Okay, to be fair, a goblin, 5 goblins had just stormed up to north of town, killed his hunting dog right in front of him, and could have killed him.
I mean, yeah.
Is this the guy that nobody in the town likes?
Nope, that's
That's the other guy.
Amiko's father.
Samro probably kind of thinks about it. He's like, can't say I've ever hunted boar.
Well, what about you, Orc?
I'm always good, up for a good hunt.
Very well. How soon can we leave? It's not too far away on horse. Just a little bit into the Tickwood. I hear the boars are big and ravenous.
Well, I
Good
got
eat.
everything I need, so I can just go now, I guess.
I've got a bad feeling about this. Like we should go as well.
Part of me feels like one of us should stay behind in the town just in case there's more surprises.
You
Roll
think
me
another lady's gonna come up and hit on Sabro?
Well, again,
No.
Sabro is actually interested in the hunt, so he's gonna be going with you guys.
Yay.
Now, what's the roll?
Considering Marcy's concern, I'm just going to tell you this. With the guard on as high of alert as it's going on, you don't think anything else is going to happen again this soon.
But if you don't want to come, you don't have to. I mean, you're just going hunting.
I wasn't referring to like another invasion. I more so meant another stowaway goblin kind of thing, so to say.
Well, if anything, Hemlock's going to be doing a more thorough search this time with the guard, just to make things a little bit more
Uh,
safe.
At least now they know
we-
that there are sometimes goblin holes in the bushes.
Let me
Basically.
double check and see if there's something involving Saren Ray and just hunting.
Nope, Sarenrae does not oppose of hunting. She is a goddess of redemption and a bringer of justice. She's a neutral good deity.
So the only thing that she'd be pissed off of is poaching.
Basically. And just also the fact of the matter of when dealing with criminals, unless they are beyond the point of no return, she always offers a hand for a chance of redemption, to turn over a new leaf. Ah, shit.
Yeah. You know what? I'm starting to run low on juice, and yeah. So you know what? Screw it. I suppose I'll come with. I do feel like somebody should stay here, but I suppose I'll come with.
Yeah, I've never established, but I was double checking that, like, the one random deity that I feel that Sabaru might go for is Daikitsu, and no, there's nothing against hunting with that one either.
Okay, just make sure you put that on your sheet under deity.
Yeah.
So, and Aldrin's like, fantastic. I've already arranged the horses at the stables. So, let's go, shall we?
Cool, let's go.
And off goes the party on the boar hunt.
Hooray.
Off
And
to kill some meat. Yummy, yummy meat.
and Aldrin is actually trying to talk up Cobb, trying to get to know him more, especially about his combat prowess, how he learned how to fight so well against such diminutive creatures.
Cobb looks very uncomfortable when somebody's trying to just keep badgering him with questions. He's just like, I swing hard and hit things. That's how my
Well-
dad taught me.
Oh, your dad was a combatant as well.
Yes, but he did what I do, just harder. He also took these drugs that just made him go crazy. It was weird.
Right, but I'm assuming your father was a man of the land as well.
Oh, he was an orc.
Actually, hang on. I will back.
That's fine.
Why was that funny?
I think it was just how deadpan it was.
I guess.
Yeah,
My specialty.
Yeah,
My
basically.
my dad was an orc. My ma was human.
I am half orc.
So it's like, oh, well, no discrimination here. No siree.
Okay, cool.
And as the five of you travel through the woods, you eventually find a suitable boar, and Aldrin takes a crossbow and attempts to shoot at it.
Stays perfectly silent.
Just gonna roll.
Oh, mate.
That does not. He misses the boar, but definitely catches his attention.
Oh no.
What do you guys do? It's getting ready. It's snorting and huffing and puffing and getting ready to go.
Jumping off the horse, pulling out my shield, and smacking my longsword against it. Let's go!
I mean,
Okay, roll me an attack roll.
Saburo has a short bow.
Roll me an attack roll, Mistiv. That grants purchase on the board, and you just cut right into its side, but it does not fall.
I guess.
Saburo.
I guess I'll just use the short bow.
Okay, roll.
Liboop. 18.
That hits. Roll damage.
Let's see here. It is 1d6.
2 damage. Okay, is Dark back?
Not as far as I know.
No.
Well, it's just I can't do anything with Marcy when she's not
You can
here, so Tatsuya, you go.
Oh, shit.
Hello.
You completely miss.
If only this didn't count as combat.
Alright, I
If
will
only-
be right back.
Okay. If only this didn't count as combat.
Is Dark back yet or no?
No.
Okay. Well, the boar is going to attempt to gore you, Cobb.
Okay, good. I was gonna say Cobb's gonna try and stay in between the boar and the horses.
It goes to gore you with its nice
Okay.
with its nice tusks, and it just your shield completely bounces off. Oh, you're back, Dark.
Give me one more sec.
Okay, then moving on. Top of the order.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, never mind. He's back. Marcy, Cobb and Saburo really did some damage to the board. What are you going to do?
I'm hesitant about using my scimitar against this thing.
You can use whichever weapon you wish. Saren Ray's not going to judge. Just
Okay,
simple hunt.
Okay, I feel like in that case, yeah, I probably should use the scimitar because I'm not going to use the morning star. We're not trying to tenderize the meat yet.
Fair enough.
Just gotta carve it up a little bit.
And of course, Marcy's going to be trying to go for a spot that would give a quick and as painless as possible death.
Okay, well, make your attack roll.
Let me just double check. Yeah, it looks correct. I'm not much of a hunter.
Well, unfortunately, you wait just a second too late, just after the boar bounces off Cobb's shield, and just manages to shift out of the way of your weapon. Cobb, your turn.
Does Foxglove take another shot? He was technically first.
Yes, he will.
True, he was,
That hits.
yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah.
Dunk right in the head.
And crossbow is 1d8. He manages to get the boar right in the skull, right in the eye.
I'm back.
Boar is dead.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
And he just congratulates everyone for just a fine hunt, and just asks for assistance with bringing the boar back to the Rusty Dragon.
Cobb with his 2,500 pound drag strength. We'll just drag it.
Okay, then. Well, you can also carry it.
I don't know how much it is, and I don't actually have the exact numbers.
Well,
in
also
front
you
of
can
me.
also tie it to the horse.
I will probably carry it.
Okay, you carry it on the horse.
Oh man.
And just as the party comes back to the tavern, all of you hear a commotion happening. People, actually, I keep on getting this freaking setup wrong.
Belly.
The 5 of you get back to the tavern and bring in the boar for Amiko to cook up to celebrate a hunt well done. When this man just bursts into the tavern yelling, "Where's my daughter?"
I don't know who's your daughter.
Damn. Here we go.
And why are
again.
you shouting?
I know where this is gonna go.
And just everyone just ignores him.
Hmm.
Roll me a perception. Roll me a perception check to see if you guys can see to tell who he is.
I think I
Knowledge
already
local.
know.
Knowledge local, if you can.
18.
Knowledge local area.
That one was my perception because my knowledge local is not great.
Yeah, I'm
That-
using
that-
perception instead.
Yeah, that was perception.
Okay, roll me knowledge local anyway, Ari.
Okay. I think I know why.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
13.
Good enough. You recognize this man as Lanjiku Kaijitsu. An elderly man and one of Sandpoint's most well-known nobles.
Oh boy. The nobling.
And actually, the rest of you don't actually know what he says because he actually speaks in Minkayan. Only Saburo knows that.
Hooray.
So I rephrase what I say to.
Why are you shouting?
He ignores you
Oh,
completely.
hang on.
I
That didn't get picked up, did it?
It
What?
didn't make out what it said, so don't worry about it, dude.
I think he's getting pulled away, but this is fine.
No.
What, Dark?
Yeah, go ahead. Carry on.
Does
Okay.
anyone intervene? But Sabro, do you know? Do you recognize? You know what he said?
Mm-hmm.
Do you do anything?
He probably goes up to the guy and in Minkayan is like, who is this daughter you're looking for?
And he just turns and just approaches you. It's just his face contorts in anger and just starts accusing you of endangering the townsfolk with your ill-advised antics against the goblins. How it should have just been left to the city guard and other trained professionals.
Saburo, is this man bothering you?
No, he's saying this in common.
Saburo, is this man bothering you?
he probably kind of puts a hand to Cobb's like abdomen because that's all he can reach.
I'm
And
only 6 feet tall. Come on.
you're saying this to someone who's barely 4.5 feet tall. But he's just like, I'm sorry, but we haven't had any real bearing on anything that's been going on. The goblins still would have attacked regardless if we were here and probably would have raised more of the village.
Excuses, and then just as he's rattling on, Amiko just walks out and just yells at Mikayan, and just yells out at Mikayan, "Father, what are you doing here?" And he just
What do you say?
He said hi.
She gives you a half-cocked smile as in like, "Hi," and
Yes.
her and father just really get into it. note all saying this in Mikayan.
Sabra was probably just taking a backseat to the conversation.
Basically,
I guess they know each other. Maybe we should leave them.
basically, Longigu has decided to move back to Magnamar for a while, and he's planning on taking his daughter with him, regardless of whether or not she wants to come. And she's issuing an ultimatum to her: come with him, or be cut out of the will.
Oh,
Hmm.
I don't understand anything he just said.
And she just completely. And she just completely ignores him.
Well.
And just and he even just bouts out like, and yet you're also housing these ruffians, these, and he slips back into common when he says this. These ruffians just, they could have killed more people than they did.
I didn't kill anybody.
And then just without missing a beat, Amiko just beams him across the head with her soup ladle, still covered in soup.
Oh my.
And she just tells him to get out.
No, the soup.
Yeah, fight.
And enraged, he just like, so be it then. And he just huffs out while cleaning off his face. And she just says with a sigh, and she says this with a sigh. Come on. Nothing happened. And I gotta go get a new fresh ladle now, because jackass stew's not on the menu.
I
have no clue what just happened, but that was awesome.
And Cobb, if you wish to help prepare the boar to be cooked, you can so wish and assist.
I desire to chop that fucker up.
DJ, would you recommend Marcy leave her be, or go ask if she's okay?
I mean, she seems to be okay.
I mean, she seems fine.
Well, yes, but I'm also kind of trying to think of what would be like, you know.
Best to stay out of family squabbles.
Nothing happened, she said.
Okay. In that case, I saw nothing.
Exactly.
You didn't.
I was gonna ask her while he's helping.
Hey, who was that guy anyway?
My father.
Ooh, you beamed your father in the head. Nice.
Cobb, I think this is I think you might want to drop.
Oh no,
drop
it's
it.
perfectly fine. The man is a right. The man is a right stick up a horse's keister.
Also speaks very fast in a language I don't know, so he's just kind of yelling.
And the reason why I hit him is because he made a jab at my dead mother.
That was rude.
Very.
Well,
So anyway,
for what it's worth, I'm sorry.
don't mention it. Anyway, Cobb,
Yeah,
get the skin in this thing. We gotta cook it.
on it.
I was gonna say, like, Sabra was probably just, like, leaning on the door frame, and he's like, sounds like home.
Hey, I hit my dad in the face once too.
Okay, roll
Roll what?
survival to skin it.
Oh.
Since
Even though you got a 9, you're taking your time with it.
Oh, hold on. I was gonna ask to re-roll with my hero point for the day.
Don't worry about that.
Okay. I'm not gonna get another chance to use it today, so it's like, why not?
Well, we still got about like an hour to the session.
How many more rolls am I gonna make? I haven't made this many today. I've had some shitty attack rolls today, though.
Now, so is that you efficiently skin the boar enough, dress the meat, and it's all cooking up for tonight's dinner, and everyone in the tavern enjoys freshly seared boar for dinner this evening.
Woo!
Oh, man.
Ooh.
It's good, and everyone sleeps well tonight, including Saburo.
They finally got some sleep.
And Cobb's not snoring.
It's a miracle.
But as the next morning comes to an open, it's around 7 to 8 o'clock. And when you wake up, Saburo, you're still the first one to wake up.
Hold on to that thought. I'll be right back.
God damn it.
Wait, Cobb's still holding onto that robe.
Okay. This blanket now.
Here's my dirty blanket.
That sounds bad.
My dirty magic blanket.
Oh, the magic's used up on all been used up on it.
So how's everyone doing?
Not bad.
That's good.
Well. But yeah, no, DJ.
Yeah?
When you put the image for Shayla's in, do you understand why instantly?
I see. I made the connection. I know who Triss Marigold is. I played The Witcher.
Well, if Dark needs to understand.
Yeah, I saw the hot redhead lady.
Yeah, also don't piss her off. She's a high-level wizard.
Sorceress.
Understandable.
Sorceress.
I'm back.
But that's the
Okay.
fun part.
So, Sabro, since you're the first one to wake up, you know something off about the tavern.
How off we talking?
Probably
You
quiet.
don't smell breakfast being made as per usual.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
And fuck.
Don't
You
die.
okay, man?
And the
I
DM
got-
dying.
I got a tickle in my throat.
And the DM died. The
No,
end.
you caught the
No.
plague.
one?
No comments.
Which one? There have been multiple plagues in the D&D universe.
Alright.
Yes. Anyway, go on.
Are we still talking about the same kind
And-
of plague?
No. But alright, guess in
Actually,
terms... Go on.
Actually, no. I want to save this for the afternoon.
Okay.
So food's being made as normal. I'm a stupid. So
Alrighty.
food's being made as normal, and Hemlock calls the four of you to attend a short little meeting with him to talk about the goblin threat a little bit more in detail.
Alrighty.
I completely forgot about that one. And so all of you have breakfast and whatnot, and and then you go to the town hall with Hemlock, and there you see and this is where he's introducing you four to Shaylu Andosana. Sabro, you
Okay.
immediately recognize her.
Ah.
And let me just show you what she looks like. There we go.
Ah.
Another image I used.
Ooh, badass.
And she just and she's standing there leaning against the wall and she says, "Good morning, heroes. Hemlock's told me about all that you've done in the past few days.
We've
Well.
been busy.
We're just trying to help out as much as in whatever way we can.
Well, note that even though she's calm and collected, she looks a little ragged. Combined with the already jumpy populace with the raid, it's like, and I understand that you handled the goblin raid, or at least the brunt of it, between you four.
As best as we could.
We saved some dude. He took us hunting. We killed a boar. It was awesome.
I saw my life flash before my eyes.
Yeah, you got knocked the fuck out.
And Hemlock then introduces Shaylu. This is Shaylu. He regards her as an unofficial member of the town guard, which causes her to smirk, and introduces you guys as the heroes of Sandpoint and the newest crop of goblin slayers.
You must be the You must be the hunter.
It is a pleasure.
What they said.
As expected, from what I've been told. Wood elves would be excellent hunters, especially in this area.
Zaro just kind of looks
What
at
elf?
her.
Both of you assume my heritage.
Apologies. No means. Did not mean to offend.
But what led a pretty lass like you to be a hunter in the first place?
Probably because of comments like that.
No, but no. Something a little bit more personal, but now is not the time to talk about me. But after we sell this whole goblin situation, I wouldn't mind sitting down and having a drink.
Always down for a drink.
I think that could be worked out.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey, how much you drink?
Enough. But
No
regardless,
such thing.
But regardless, Baylor's told me of your work against the goblins, and I have to say, well done. I've dedicated the last several years of my life to keeping them from causing too much trouble around these parts, but they're tenacious and fecund little runts. Weeds that bite.
Yeah, sounds like them.
Especially when they get organized.
Which is the oddest thing. Because there are 5 major goblin tribes in the region, and traditionally they're very good at keeping each other in line with intertribal squabbles and the like. But from what I've been able to piece together, members of all 5 tribes were involved in the raid several days ago. A fair number of the Mosswood goblins I dealt with yesterday were already pretty beat up. And there's a lot of chatter about the Longshanks who killed so many of them. Now that I met you, it's obvious from the descriptions who they were talking about. Seems like you made an impression.
Well,
sweet.
For better or worse.
Big enough impression, apparently, or else they wouldn't be here anymore.
In any event, it's just the fact that the 5 tribes are working together is what disturbs me. Goblin tribes, they don't get along unless they've got something big planned, and big plans require big bosses. I'm afraid that someone's moved in on the goblins and organized them. And judging by these recent raids, is that what they're organizing seems like bad news for all of us.
I'd have to agree.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
We need to figure out who they're working for.
It seems more simple to just, like, go kill them.
No. Goblins are like Hydra. You take one down, two pop up in their place.
Exactly. Like I said, weeds that bite. But after
I
this,
have the perfect gardening tool.
but after Shaylu's explanation, Hemlock that he's taking a few yards south of Magnamar to see about securing additional soldiers to station here at the town for a few weeks, until the extent of the goblin threat can be determined. And while he's out of town, he's asked Shaylu to sniff around Shanks Wood, Brine Stump, and Mosswood, Devil's Platter, and other places where goblins live to see if she can discover anything else about what's going on. And this is where he emphasizes again that he asks you four to stick around to maintain a public presence in the town over the next few days, emphasizing that the locals have seen taking a liking to you and seeing around town will do a lot for keeping worries down over the next few days.
As long as we don't have that old man yelling at us again.
I think we can figure out a way to be of help with this.
I haven't been given a reason to run out yet.
I think we can.
And
well,
Shaylu just steps up from the wall and just says, "Well, it's late enough as it is. Let's discuss this more over a meal."
At dawn, we plan.
Oh,
And then the rest of you go back to the Rusty Dragon, and now you have one more at your usual table. And if you want to ask Shaylu any questions about about the Goblin tribes, do so now.
In your opinion, which one would be the most dangerous of the goblin tribes?
Well,
Or which one kills the most dogs? Either one.
that's a given for most goblins, because all goblins hate dogs for some very odd reason.
And for
But
that, I hate them.
Don't we all?
I
Well-
like dogs.
Well, and answering your question though is that it's not really a matter of which one's the most dangerous, is that which ones have surprisingly gathered enough of a reputation to be titled as heroes.
By their standards, I imagine.
Yes, quite.
The hero in one person's eye is always going to be the villain to someone else.
Exactly.
But
Indeed.
because they live short and generally violent lives, it's unusual for a single goblin to achieve any real measure of notoriety, but when one does, it's generally well earned. There's currently 6 goblins that in the region that enjoy the status of hero.
Hmm.
One is Big Gugmut, which is unusually muscular and tall goblin from the Mosswood, who has been said to have a hobgoblin for a mother and a wild boar for a father. Don't think too much into that.
Yeah,
Trying not to.
I was going to say, Summer was very evidently disgusted.
As you should be.
Did we just kill that goblin's dad?
Don't think about it.
Let's continue, please.
Next is Coruvus, which was a champion of the Seven-Tooth tribe, well known for his short temper and his prized possession, a magic longsword that's sized for human, but the goblin stubbornly kept it at his own, despite being too large for him to wield. And he vanished several months ago after discovering a secret hideout in a cave along the cliffs.
Hey, Cab, I think you got his sword. Oh, that's one down.
I've seen that. I see that blade, and and it doesn't look like the blade that Karuvis had.
What, is his sword bigger?
No,
Hey.
it's just a different type of blade.
Fair.
That one's a little too ornate.
I know, it just doesn't seem to hold a purpose to look this fancy.
Oh, so does anyone else lose connection to the Roll20 server?
Nope, I'm still here.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm still here.
Okay, I'm just going to type a single number.
Oh, wait.
Oh, wait, yeah. Hang on.
Nope, it came up.
I rolled some dice, but I didn't see you roll a number.
It popped up as 16.
Okay, yep, there we go. Did you see me type out
there it
1?
is.
Nope,
Nope.
No, that we didn't see, however.
There it is.
that's Reaper.
No, I see his too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
there
see
it
a
is.
There we
second
go.
one, and several more.
Oh, go.
Okay, there we
Oh,
go.
God, there's a ton of ones.
So many ones.
Okay,
I'm trying to
next up.
communicate in binary?
No, I was just typing out a
I
single
know,
character.
it was a joke.
Next is Vorka, a notorious goblin that lives in the Brine Stump Munch, a hero mostly to goblins other than the Licktoad tribe.
Let's
They
see.
lick toads.
Don't think too much of it.
Well,
Yeah, it's goblins. They make weird names.
no.
Rendwaddle Gutwad is the obese chieftain of the Brine Stump Goblins, a corpulent monster who is said that never leaves his throne.
Well, he'll be easy to find.
Rip Nugget is the leader of the Thistletop Goblins and controls what the 5 tribes agree is the best lair, which is the abandoned keep of Thistletop. Did you really just laugh at Rip Nugget? Great. Nugget.
The poor chicken.
Isn't that what happens when you fart too hard and a little bit comes out?
Yeah.
The fuck,
She has the same look that Stavro does at Cobb's reaction. It's like, and then finally there's Berthasmus, a bugbear ranger that lives in northern Nettlewood and often visits the tribes to trade things he's stolen from caravans for alcohol, news, or magic arrows of light. And he has a particular hatred of elves, and we've fought on many occasions. But unfortunately, I haven't been able to get an upper hand on him. And I've sworn that I won't be the first to fall against him. And do you guys wish to talk to Shaylu about anything else?
I had something I was gonna ask. I don't remember what it is now. Damn it.
Ah, I ruined everything.
Yeah.
Saburo,
Yeah.
do you wish to ask anything?
I mean,
You're both enjoying a nice meal. You got some more info from her.
he might just reiterate the question of why she decided to be a hunter.
Well, it's just the fact after my mother died, I just decided to leave home rather than be left with no one.
That's understandable.
Just a good reason as any. Don't always need a tragic backstory.
Fuck, I can't remember what I was going to ask. It was actually super important too.
Yeah.
Which one would you suggest we go after first?
Well,
which will leave the biggest vacuum, so to speak.
Honestly, cutting off their supply might be a better idea.
it's just the only problem is that they seem to all be holding up at Thistletop. So it's not a matter of who we should cut down first. It's a matter of when. And it's just that keep is whoever's organizing these goblins knows what they're doing, because there's actual, to an extent, patrols going around the woods of the keep, and the fact that their keep and the fact that that Thistletop is surrounded all the way around by water. So either one of the goblins seemed to have gotten enlightened somehow, or as stated prior, someone's pulling the strings from behind the scenes.
I told you the goblins were getting smarter.
I wouldn't put too many pieces of silver on that bet. I personally think that someone's using the goblins as a means to an end. Because that one adventurer can't do too much against the keep. But perhaps later on, when we have more information about this, you four could assist me in this.
Oh, I'm down for killing some goblins.
I've already got some time invested in helping the people of this place.
Marcy, Tatsuya, you gonna make any comment?
I just got back. Well, I suppose I can help.
Tatsuya?
I should always be there to help when I can.
And she has a warm smile for each of you. And just, well, it's getting late. I should really turn in for the night.
Oh, you don't want to hang out and drink some more?
Not tonight, but perhaps when the threat's taken care of. I'll be, and if any case, I feel what's to come in the future. I might finally be rid of that bugbear. Call it a hunch.
Well,
Oh, you go ahead.
well, you have a good night.
She gets up and just smiles at you and says, "Thank you. Obviously well."
As she's walking out, I'm holding up my drink and I'm gonna say, "When that bugbear's dead, drinks are on me."
And she just gives you a nonchalant wave, without looking back, as she walks up the stairs and goes to her usual room. That's reserved for her.
Oh, mate.
Back to drinking.
Zaru probably looks at the rest of the group. Well, we didn't make a promise. Just a matter of how are we gonna handle any of this.
As a group, of course.
Agreed.
Well,
Sounds about right.
well, yeah. But, like I said, if I ever get a reason to just, skip town, yeah, you won't see me anymore.
I wouldn't talk about it like that, you know. I mean, like, there's always reasons for people to leave, but Why not think of reasons to stay?
I've got plenty of reasons to not stay anywhere too long. You know, life of a wanderer, I guess.
Oh, are you like the edgy bard who's just running away from all of his problems because he's got like 30 kids with like 30 different ladies in previous towns?
Oh God, Salvador's not Dandelion.
He also looks at you like, dude.
Dude, I've known some bards, and my goodness, the stories they tell.
I'm also
Most of them are
not-
lies, though.
I'm also
I heard one of them got it on with a rock, and it actually gave birth to a golem. It was some weird shit, dude.
He's just like, okay, one. That's not as that's about as bad as the one with the cabinet, but other
The
than
what?
that,
Actually, you know what? No, I don't want to know.
I'm not that old. I don't have crazy stories.
How do you think gins are made?
Those are lamps.
Samurai, help me.
Someone
On
just
that
kind of
note-
slaps the table. Anyway, I'm leaving. And he is gonna go back to his room.
On that note,
You're welcome.
no, still though.
That's enough to be a stopping point right there.
I kind of feel like maybe it should be. I'm honestly.
One thing I have to send a whisper.
Oh man.
But of course, it's GM discretion.
Yep.
Oh, you sound so uncomfortable, Ari.
No, I'm just I'm just laughing at the offhand comment with because that's a reference to something else.
Ay.
I mean, all right, I'll.
Okay, so the night goes on. All of you go to bed, and morning happens. And Tatsuya, you're the first one to wake up this time.
No?
Yeah, you're the first one to go. You're the first one to wake up this time. And yes, Cobb resumes his snoring.
Critical snore.
Critical snore.
That should be the name of our campaign, Critical Snore.
Oh Jesus Christ! No, I feel like that would be way too close to crit roll. But now everything's in order. Where Tatsuya, you don't smell breakfast being made, or at least as much of a breakfasty smell wafting up through the floorboards.
Something doesn't seem right there.
And you went full southern.
Oh, there's a jug under my chin.
So,
A jug, he
Hey,
said.
yeah,
Water jug.
cider jug. Close enough.
Is it
We're
full
all
of water?
swapping to southern accents now?
No, that's just because of the jug pinning my chin.
I was more referencing because Frank went and did it. Or did it.
We all going southern now, boys.
Anyway. And
Marcy.
Did Tony mention me?
and as everyone wakes up to go down, and again, there's a distinct lack of a breakfast or like a cooking smell wafting through the air. You guys are rushed.
Hey, where's the food?
Are approached by Bathana Corwin, a halfling who's employed by Amiko as a maid, and she's visibly upset. And she asks all of you to come into the kitchen to discuss the this matter. If you will, just please come in. And
There's gonna be
something's
one of
terribly
things.
wrong.
Boy, did Amiko get kidnapped? Who do I gotta kill?
There's gonna be one of three things, and I don't like any of them.
I don't think it's strictly kidnapping per se, but in short, she's gone missing.
Are you thinking about who I think you're thinking about?
I'm pretty sure the whole four of us are thinking of the same prime suspect.
Or where's Saburo?
He's with you.
He just suddenly comes out from behind Cobb. What I miss?
No, all four of you were there.
No, I know. Just more that he can just easily
He's
hide
hiding
behind him.
behind Cobb. He's just that short.
I mean, he can hide behind any of them. He's that
I'm
short.
not a wall.
Fine,
I
he
mean, I
hide.
kind of am.
I mean,
No,
fine.
that's
He was hiding
Marcy.
behind Marcy.
There we go. There's the wall.
Are you insinuating something?
You have the highest AC out of all of us.
Back to the matter of what are you for assuming?
Did you check her room? Is there like a goodbye letter?
My fear is that
Her father.
exactly it may have something to do with this.
Well, no, and I did. I did knock, and there's no answer, and oh, I know I shouldn't have, but I entered her room and found it empty, and the bed unslept in. She usually never makes her bed in the morning.
Well, you're
So
a maid. Entering people's rooms to clean is like normal.
Yes, but it's just I normally help out around the kitchen, clean the tables, clean the rooms that are usually used by patrons such as yourselves. But Amiko's room is a little bit more private, considering that she also lives here at the Inn and Tavern. After all, it is hers. But
I'm pretty sure if she was here, she'd forgive you. Being worried isn't a bad thing.
Oh, if anything, amounts of paranoia is enough to save your life at times.
well, it's just I found a note written in a different language, probably to keep straying eyes from gazing upon it, but it's just I translated it because Amiko had been teaching me the language over the last few years, and well, I translated. I wrote it on the opposite side of the parchment, and she pulls out a crumpled piece of parchment and hands it out to you guys.
I will read it.
The letter, the note. I'll wait until Dark gets back. This is plot stuff.
Yeah.
At least he put BRB in the chat instead of interrupting me.
Well, there's a thing to read, Dark.
What are you saying?
He said I'm back. Go on.
Did he? Oh. the note reads. The note reads, "Hello, sis. I hope this letter finds you well and with some free time on your hands because we've got something of a problem. It's to do with father. Seems that he might have had something to do with Sandpoint's recent troubles with the goblins, and I didn't want to bring the matter to the authorities because we both know he just weasel his way out of it. You've got some pull here in town, though. If you can meet me at the Glassworks at midnight tonight, maybe we can figure out how to make sure he faces the punishment he deserves. Knock twice and then 3 times more, and then once more at the delivery entrance, and I'll let you in. In any case, I don't have to impress upon you the delicate nature of this request. If news got out, you know these local rubes would assume that you and I were in on the whole thing too, don't you? They've got no honor at all around these parts, and I still don't understand how you can stand to be there. Anyway, don't tell anyone about this. There are other complications as well, ones I'd rather talk to you about in person tonight. Don't be late. Signed, Pseudo."
Where's the Glassworks?
The Glassworks is south of town, just on the other side of the harbor.
Cool, let's go.
It
We
is
should
this
go
area
at-
right here.
We should probably go at night.
Why?
Actually, I can't tell if it's here or here. I forget, but it's over here somewhere.
Okay.
But
Under the cover of darkness. it'd be harder for us.
Bethania then explains Pseudo was her half brother. He was something of a scandal when he was born back in 4688, a year before his sister, making him the older brother technically. He is a half elf, but neither of Amiko's parents are elves, so it was safe to assume that her father had well,
Oh, he got it on with an elf.
Oh, you didn't have to put it so bluntly.
but
I mean, I'm an orc. That's how we do things.
Sorrow is just having a bit of a crisis at the moment.
But if anything, Longigu's wife never revealed who the father really was, and it was a testament to Longigu's stubbornness that they remained married. And Pseudo was handed over to the Tarandarak Academy to be raised outside of their family, ignored by his father, and forbidden visits from his mother. But Amiko had started visiting him when she was younger, when she first learned of his existence. And Amiko told me that back in 4705, they had a terrible argument which Pseudo hit her. I don't know what it was about, but it was enough to send Amiko away from town for, well, at least a year. She worked as a merc, as an adventurer to make a living and survive. But she came back at the end of that year to attend her mother's funeral.
You know, her mercenary skills probably explains how she was so apt at throwing that ladle.
She didn't throw it; she beamed him with it.
Yeah.
Oh, she just went up and beat him with it? Got it.
Yep.
Bang.
Just thumped across the head.
Now that's why I find her so attractive.
But it's just, if anything, Pseudo was quite public about his opinions that his father had pushed Atsuya, their mother, off a cliff to her death, and during the funeral there was a confrontation. Longigu had nearly broke Pseudo's jaw with his cane, which Pseudo cursed him and left Sandpoint, and Amiko has tried to find them ever since, and was never able to track them down and until now. But I don't know. It's just maybe it's just old Ma's luck in my blood, but it's just like I don't have a good feeling about this whatsoever. And if anything, since the good sheriff's out of town, the four of you are the only ones I can turn to about this. So please go to the sandworks so I can at least find her as soon as possible.
That was the plan. Come on, guys, let's get going already.
Agreed.
And
Right.
If they met at midnight last night, that means that they're either still there or they left town, so let's hurry.
the magic is not the yes, the magic is not letter. The letter is not magic. The parchment is completely mundane.
It is parchment.
Yes.
What about the writing?
Mundane.
So it is actually the brother.
No, the writing was
Or-
the maid. The maid had to translate.
On the other side, Cobb.
Yep. It's
Oh,
all.
I can't read that.
It's all mundane.
It is just letter.
Ink. But
Is it
Hey.
squid ink?
Hey,
the very
you can't
least
blame me. You can't blame me for trying to check for
we
Nope, not
cannot.
at all.
those kind of
But
spells.
at the very least, because of the urgency of it, Bethana has at least put together some basically breakfast bags for all you, made from some scraps and some made of some scraps from the boar.
Oh, heck yeah.
And gives you all and fills up all your water skins, and at least offers to give you all a small mug of ale before you go as a sign of good faith and good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm not going to guarantee anything. We're not going to guarantee finding her safe. But
I
we
can
will
guarantee.
we will find at the very least we will find out what happened.
I can guarantee if there's bad guys there, I'll kill them.
I know there's no guarantee, and like I've lived my life on the concept of a lack of guarantee, but it's just at least the effort will be made.
Faith in her tenacity, though.
And if somebody did hurt Amico, they will pay with extreme prejudice.
Is that the only way you know how to deliver prejudice?
No, there's extreme and then there's extreme!
Does he flex so hard his shirt rips?
Oh shit, not another one.
Ugh.
But still, let me just hop maps real quick so I can tell where you guys are,
Oh man, map
which I
hopping.
believe it's over here.
Yeah, that's exactly like the one I remember.
And
Unfortunately, I remember this map a lot, so I'm gonna have to pretend like I don't.
transition, and I need to get. Once you guys load in, you'll be walking up. Which one? Yep, that's. Hold on, I need to look at Sandpoint at Glens.
It looked flipped from the last time I've seen it. It also looks the same because you can never tell where the fucking doors are.
Now I'm just looking to see why I
That looks like a door.
hold up.
Out of curiosity, how much longer are you expecting us to be going for?
Not too longer. I'm just okay. So it seems like the Glassworks is not actually on the on the map of Sandpoint. So I can't put you guys in a spot where it's like, oh hey, you're here, you're there.
Right.
Oh wow. Going on 4 hours.
Yep.
Got a nice little touch the coffee.
Which again, just going through the notes for Sandpoint at a glance, it's not the Glassworks are not on this map, but basically Bethania had told you where it was anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything, the doors are represented by the. If you look right here,
Look where the paths connect to the door, to the walls.
basically the doors are represented by the white blocks, and the blue ones are represented by windows.
Yeah, I figured that.
Okay, so there's 3 doors. Now 4.
Something like
That, from what you can see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Not here.
I was counting in German.
It's called making a joke.
Yes, but this isn't a sex joke.
I
Why'd you
was
say
gonna make
6?
a card joke because there's 4 doors.
I was counting the white blocks.
Anyway.
Well, no, there's 3 sets of doors you can use, but we're going to leave it off here for right now because.
Huh.
And in the next bit, you guys will be starting part 3, Glass and
man.
Wrath.
Oh man.
Oh,
Well, that's a very
Lord.
foreboding game.
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Give you guys. I'll give you guys. Let me just look at the.
There are 2 combats.
and I'm bullshitting out of trouble.
You guys
Yeah.
put all of yourselves at
1439, if that helps.
yeah,
you.
no.
Mhm.
If anything, 300 to you guys for handling Shayless, 600, 500 for the boar fight, 500 for the altercation with Longiku at the tavern, and 200 for the feral goblin.
Okay.
And then an additional 200 for the goblins at the vault.
Is this for money or experience?
Yeah.
Experience. So this is the experience that you guys will be getting collectively. So you will have to distribute it. And I forget the numbers I said. Oh, you wrote it down, Mistiv?
No.
Okay, thank God. Oh,
Fuck.
I was trying to keep track, but then you started mumbling. Well, not mumbling. You started stuttering, and then I was like, "Oh crap! I've lost count."
There's like 500, 200, 500, 200.
900.
There was a 600 in there.
Yes.
So he said at least 6 numbers.
To the VOD.
Well, let's see.
2900,
Yeah.
2900 at least.
500, 600, 500
But if anything, you
twice.
guys should be just on the cusp of second level. That's what I'm getting at.
500.
So if anything, put you guys at about like 1900.
I was gonna say because if
Actually, no,
it's,
on.
if it's the numbers that we
Because
think,
I'm trying to keep you guys on the advancement track for the campaign, but I keep on forgetting that you have a little bit more experience afterwards.
yeah. So if it's 200, 200, 500, 500, 900, 600, then dividing
Only
that by
200.
4.
Okay,
Yeah,
so divide that by 4.
yeah. So
That is
550, I think.
yes.
Okay, so you guys
Letter-
are just on the cusp of level 2, so still on the same tracker. Cha-ching. Which was a little tricky to calculate all this because there wasn't really a lot of encounters to track XP. It was just all a bunch of side encounters, and I should have really written down the experience given to you when you guys fulfilled those bits, but it's whatever. But the fact of the matter is, you guys will be reaching level 2 after the next session, regardless.
well,
Da-da-da-da.
so we
More
should be at
HP.
1989 experience.
Yeah.
Interesting year.
No,
still,
yay
though-
me.
Yeah, you won't die instantly anymore.
I
Which
probably still will.
ironically,
I probably will.
Which I
But
swear
still-
I've taken the least amount of anyone. Oh wait, I have.
but
So-
still, if anything, what you guys think of this session? I know is a little longer, but just because there's so much more to go through,
Interesting.
I will be having the sessions be a little longer and extended or shorten a little bit depending on what's going on in the sessions.
I'd
My
say
response to your
interesting.
question is critical snore.
Have that be the raid message? Critical snore.
I want to get an image,
Give me
or
a
like get
score.
Ari to draw the image of Cobb just fucking like out cold in one of the chairs, and then
I
just
am
have
not
that as
taking
the
commissions
starting
right now.
screen.
I am so full up on those damn things.
That'd be great.
I mean, it'll probably cost you.
Yeah, right now.
Yeah, probably would.
Oh god. No, so but like, what did you guys think about the session overall with the contents of it?
I think
I
it'd
think
be
it was pretty
interesting,
good.
but like, right now, dude, I am not taking freaking commissions. I am full up on those.
That's alright. I was
Uh,
mostly kidding. I still think it'd be hilarious to get an image of Cobb just fucking critical snoring.
I'm just laughing over freaking bullshitting that whole encounter in that one.
Oh, with Shayless?
Yeah.
And
Oh, no.
Would you really
like-
lie in front of someone of the cloth? Points to the cleric.
hi.
Like part of me wanted that to actually progress further to the actual whole scene, but I'm just glad I'm happy with how it played out.
It was funny, but anyway, I think this is a good point for us to let off. So we shall
Yep.
see you next time we play more Pathfinder. Hooray!